Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Gemma's Spirit World with Gemma. Live from GemmaSpiritWorld.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Gemma's Spirit World
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everybody. I am Gemma for your host tonight. Oh my goodness, 2020. Oh, this is my first show. Wow, the energy around this year is all about change, transformation, clarity, and vision. I'm really excited about a new decade that is in front of us. My goodness, it is a time to rise above from anything. You know, you can completely change yourself or create yourself. Know that nothing is permanent. If you're feeling stuck, know that everything, doesn't weigh, it's a time where you don't feel stuck. So just know that you have choices and you can think new thoughts. You can learn something new and you can also create new habits. All that matters that I know is that you decide today and you never look back. So bring on 2020. I'm very excited to be back into work, connecting with my beautiful clients that have been coming to me this year. I have had 2 weeks back into work and the energy is high. I know that this month a lot of people have been decluttering and really just getting organised for the next 11 months that is ahead of us. I know that I have been doing that, not just decluttering the house, but also the mind. Lots of big changes my way and for the better. I actually have come out of a 9-year relationship, a single mum now, but it is challenging and I'm enjoying, I'm enjoying being up there and, just look after yourself. So, yes, lots of new changes my way and lots of new things and I'm excited because I can't believe it's January. Yes, but that's about me. We're going to connect with some callers because I'm really excited. We have Precious in Richmond, Virginia, USA. Hello, Precious.
Hi.
Hello, how are you tonight?
I'm great. I'm really excited about chatting with you and learning more.
Oh, exciting. I'm glad that we've connected. How can I help you tonight? Because I've got lots of colours. I can see lots of colours around you at the moment, which is letting me know that you're very creative, by the way. But I like to, what areas would you like me to tune into?
I guess really like my career or, it's been a lot of, changes around like what I'm doing and like my business versus work and really trying to make some changes in the next couple of years. They're kind of drastic changes and they're not things that normal people are interested in. And so I'm not quite sure if I'm on the right path and I've done so many different things. And it's one thing my father always taught me, like, Precious, try a lot of things before you settle on one. And I really took it to heart. So I'm really trying to figure out what that thing is that I can stay in and just do it and still live the type of lifestyle that I want.
Most definitely, and great advice by your father because, it's it really gets you out of your comfort zone, but really, it gives you a challenge, and the challenge we all enjoy because it really, we really act on our passions and what we want to achieve and what we want and how we like to live our life. What I do keep seeing, like I keep saying before, with all the colours around you have a very creative flair. What I do keep seeing for you at the moment, you have lots of people that come to your house or come into your house. I also see for you there's lots of travel around your work. But I feel that it's interesting because I see people coming to your house, but I also see you traveling for your work in the next 6 months. Also, I've got, it's interesting because I have lots of, and it's like you're delivering these products. It's interesting. I'm not exactly sure exactly what you deliver and what you're creating for people to enjoy and to bring into their life. But I keep seeing it's interesting because it accommodates everyone's needs. It's just not one thing for one person. Is this making sense to you? Because I keep seeing this box. I'm not going to say it's a box, but whatever's in this box really accommodates and it really suits everyone. It's just not for one person, and you've been really creative in the fact that you've thought about this. I also keep seeing water, whether you're pushing this career, this passion of yours out further. And I'm also seeing for you that you've kept a lot. You've kept a lot of things. You've got lots of ideas, but get those ideas out is what I'm seeing. I keep seeing you holding them close to your heart. And it's like trust of what you're holding in your heart. Let it go. Release it out there to everybody is what I'm seeing for you. Also, I keep seeing, it's interesting, I said that I keep seeing people coming to you and they're lining up. Interesting, I keep seeing lots of books around you as well. And whether that you've done lots of study around this career, or you've not just studied, but you've read a lot and you've gained a lot of knowledge, just not through books, by also your experiences as well. Does this resonate with you with what I'm actually seeing for you?
Wow.
Hello,
okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening and taking it all in, and definitely it's something that really, you said about joy, because that's the name of my company. It's the Joy Concierge, and it's about spreading more joy. And we have a box that I've been thinking about producing, and thinking, well, should I do this box of joy?
Yes. Yes.
And traveling is a huge part of what I want to do. And so that's really good to know that I feel like I'm in line with what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes, definitely, because it's exciting and it's really branching out, and I can see it going not just one way but so many different directions, and it's delivered to people, and it's like I said before, it's so individual, but it's also it just aligns with everyone, for their personal growth as well as a person as well. So it's really I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I'm so excited too. I started a job a couple of months ago, and I have been in my business for a year by myself and just doing my business. And I got really scared because I had 2 slow months, and I took a job and I absolutely hated it. And I feel bad that I only spent 10 weeks at the job, but I just knew it wasn't for me. And then with my father passing away a couple of weeks ago, it's just like, I can't keep doing this. I've got to really focus on what I'm meant to do, and that's to spread joy.
Yes, definitely. And that you exactly. My condolence to your father passing. I do have. Do you have a birthday or something coming up? Because I keep seeing ribbons in front of me, whether it's a box with a ribbon around it, and it's just been handed to me. So, just wondering, do you have a birthday coming up?
My birthday just passed in December.
Okay. Can you resonate with this box?
Valentine's Day is a really big. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, keep going. So, yep.
Say again?
Yes, keep going, Precious. I'm still listening to what you were saying.
Okay. I was saying that Valentine's Day is coming up, and that's a really, really big holiday for my business.
Yes.
Like,
wow.
Yeah.
And that's where I see like these ribbons around the box, and I keep seeing all these beautiful ribbons. So very much aligns in with that date. I totally forgot. But yeah, it's definitely has a lot of love and joy, and it's amazing because I also see that down the track that I can see that whether you have help on the side or you're hiring help, because I see someone coming, like whether it's a close friend, because it's a female energy around you that's going to be helping you even to deliver the boxes as well, because I keep seeing extra hands coming your way, and that's going to be because the influx of clients and your business is going to take off, because I keep seeing a rocket, which lets me know it's going to, it's going to take off, and that extra help is going to be really good for you, because you don't feel like you've got all this pressure on yourself. And I even can see to the point that, whether you're a night owl, because I see you up at night time, and it's late night, but at the same time, I know that, I keep saying the word self-love. I know how much, how important it is that you look after yourself, and I know that you do that for yourself, because I can feel that in your heart, that you're very connected with yourself and others around you.
Yeah.
And
I am. I spent a lot of time in the last 2 years, or really year and a half, just focusing on my friendships. I haven't dated at all for a whole year, and just that I really wanted to be a good friend to the people that I have, instead of looking for love in all the wrong places. And I feel like it's really paying off.
Yes, definitely. And that's what I feel in your heart. I feel it in my heart. You're very connected, and know that it's you give so much of your time and so much of your love and support to others. And yes, you confirm that, but I feel it, really feel it in your heart. I also know that also just with, it's interesting, okay, what I've been shown now, somewhere in your bedroom, do you have something that you put on your bedside table, and whether it's a little statue, but there's something that you put in there, is it something that your dad had given you?
On my bedside table? I don't know. I don't have a lot that my dad has given me.
Is there something that you've given? It's interesting because I keep seeing this statue. Do you have a statue anywhere in your room near your bed?
A statue?
Yeah, like a little statue, like something that sits on you. I guess it's a little statue, like a little ornament.
I have a little Eiffel Tower. That's the only that's the only statue I have, like a little Eiffel Tower.
Okay, because I keep seeing it like okay. So with that Eiffel Tower, did that was there any because I keep hearing your dad around with the Eiffel Tower. I'm not saying he went to Paris or whatnot, but is there some kind of memory around that with that little statue? I keep getting shown that little statue. That's you hold really close to your
I've been
heart.
planning to I have a son who's 15. He'll be 16 soon. And when he goes to college, I'm planning to move to France. So this is a really big move for me.
Yes, okay. So that's huge, okay. Because I'm really drawn to that in your room. So, okay, wow. Yes. So that means that you'll be closer to your son as well.
Well, my son will be going to college, and then I'll be going to France. So he'll stay. I think he's going to Toronto, or he'll stay in the States, and then I'll go to France by myself.
That's exciting. Wow. I apologize. My my countries and locations are a bit low at the moment. Like, as in, I really need to learn more about my areas around the world. but yeah, I just know that's really held closely to your heart. I keep seeing August to you as well. So whatever's happening in August is a big change for you.
Okay.
But it feels
I don't know what's going on in August.
Yeah, what's in August?
Yeah, I can't think of what's in August right now. I mean, it's so far away, but I do know I'm planning to go back to France in October. And then I'll be in Barcelona in March and June.
Okay, so you're actually having a look around as well, holidaying. So I keep seeing water around you. I'm really drawn to water around you as well.
Mhm.
But yes, yes, definitely. So I'm really excited for you. You've got lots of changes, and but it's good. It's it feels strong, and I know that you have your dad on the sideline. You're 100%. He's your supporter, always has been. So he's going to be cheering you along on the sideline, and he will be there every step of the way. I do need to wrap up our session together, but it was lovely to connect with you, Precious. I love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best with this new business of yours. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this chat, and I'm excited with all the information that I've learned tonight.
Thank you. I love to keep in touch. Sorry, I'm all tongue-tied. Love for you to keep in contact and Gemma Spirit World.
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you later. See you, lovely. Tongue-tying myself. We have Tammy in Albert, Leah, Minnesota, USA. Hello, Tammy. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you.
I'm a little bit tongue-tied, so I'm like, my first show, and I'm really tongue-tied, so I'm going to try and not talk too fast. How can I help you tonight? Which areas? I feel it's around relationships for you.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Any kind of information or ideas or whatever you can get. Sorry.
Yes, definitely. I feel
always been a problem.
It's interesting. Not lots, but it feels like there's struggle around a particular relationship at the moment, because I keep seeing, I've got a few images in front of me. I keep seeing hands being shaken, so there's some kind of an agreement that's taken place on a situation, but there's also, it feels like two people have come, if it's been some kind of reuniting, or you've got back in contact. So what I keep seeing is that, what I do keep seeing is that there's support around you, and you have big support around you. I feel the strength. You have lots of lovely people in your life and around you, because I feel their support. I keep seeing the shaking of hands. I'm also, what I'm seeing is there has been a bit of struggle around money, but it also feels like you've gotten through a really harder period over the Christmas time, but it feels like the next 6 months it's going to be a lot more smoother for you. It feels like there's a lot of things that have been tied up. What I do keep seeing for you is that I keep seeing, is there a house move? Because I keep seeing your house, but I keep seeing your house move. So there's some things, or even if it doesn't mean that you're moving, maybe someone in your house is moving out. I just keep seeing there's some kind of movement in and around your house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got people moving out.
Yeah, just moving out, did you say? Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I see too.
Problem renters.
Yeah, and I see that happening. It also feels like feels like relief at the same time, but it's also, I don't know. So there's this change around you, but it also feels like there's a lot being lifted off your shoulders.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really weighed you down as well. I'm also,
right.
It's like you've got everything in front of you, and it's just like, I know you've been waiting for a break, like it feels like you're waiting for things to settle down so that you can start restarting things again, getting back. It's like it's just not restarting everything. It's like the momentum stopped. And now that with this change happening, that momentum in your life is going to take off again. So it feels like it's a lot more positive energy coming into your life at the moment.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, I also keep seeing around you. Interesting, I've got a dog around you at the moment too. And if you don't have a dog, do you have a dog around you? It's past. I keep seeing a black dog, and I've got this black dog in front of me. Have you had a dog, or excuse the colour, but have you had a dog pass recently as well?
I haven't had a dog pass or anything, but like we had a black dog when my daughter was really little. That's like a long time ago.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know you've got this black dog around you as well. So I'm just letting you know that.
Okay.
And know that, it just lets me know that certainly when it's lovely to have our pets around us as well, but you have lots of good relationships and friendships around you. I feel their loyalty to you is quite strong, and that, that you've got people out there, which I know that you give a lot to other people. You're always there for others, but don't be afraid to speak up and ask for help when when you're looking for that support as well.
Yeah.
I also keep seeing it is, and it's hard to do because you're so independent, you're strong, and can be quite stubborn too. So it's a great mixture of a strong personality and I know that you've achieved so much and you're going to achieve so much more. It's just now's the time to do the things that you want to do and what you have put on hold.
Right.
Yeah, I also keep seeing around you as well. I've also keep seeing, it's interesting with work as well. Have you got two jobs? Because I keep seeing two jobs, unless you're thinking about changing job, but there's another job around you. I keep seeing two. I've got two hands going either end.
Yeah. Well, basically, I work overnight as a job, and then I have both of my daughters, so it's like...
Yeah.
That's like another full-time job.
Yeah, it was definitely a big responsibility. So I just know that you've got lots of, just don't be afraid to reach out. So just know that you're doing an amazing job and that it's okay to, it's okay to reach out.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
I also
is my daughter going to be okay with it?
Yes, your daughter, definitely. It's interesting. There's a blue car around your daughter or you. Is there a new car coming into the picture? I keep seeing a car that's just come through.
Oh, that would be great, sir. Well, we haven't planned on it, but we definitely need to make a change.
Yeah, so there's lots of talk around this car as well. But that feels like it's really soon for you, because when the image of the car was very soon, very close. But Tammy, I know we need to wrap up our reading together. I thank you for connecting tonight, but I wish you all the best. It's going to be a great year for you, and lots of positive and things are moving forward for you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just needed to hear that.
No worries, Tammy. Enjoy your night.
All right. Bless you. Bye.
Bye, Tammy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Precious and Tammy, for connecting with me tonight. I'm excited to be back, and I want to thank A1R Psychic Radio for your support, and looking forward to a great working with you this year. Thank you, everyone. Please follow my Facebook page, Gemma Spirit World.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Sapphire Souls with Amber Price. Amber Price. Live from amber-price.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Sapphire Soul
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to be joining you today with Sapphire Souls. I'm Amber Price. Thank you so much for joining me in this welcoming community. I am so happy to bring you some messages today. First, I want to start with introducing myself. I'm living in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, and I have 5 children, and I'm living here with my husband. We have 1 grandbaby and another one on the way any day now. So it's quite busy here in the Price household, but not too busy to be able to spread some light in the community. So today, I just wanted to give you a couple little insights into who I am and how I got here. So I started doing this work professionally a few years ago, and it kind of came about in a very interesting way because I didn't actually plan on being a psychic medium for my life. If you can imagine, most of us don't, right? It kind of something you're stumbled upon, and the universe is kind of giving you that direction and guidance to be able to come and join this work. So originally, I had done a lot of work in the healthcare industry in administration. And so I ended up continuing that work and really finding more and more that I went on that I just needed to do this. So my earliest memory was when I was about 4 years old, around kindergarten time. And that's when I really started recognizing that I didn't actually believe that I was alone. I knew it was an imaginary friend, but I did know that the energy that was around me, I felt like I wasn't alone, and that, I really felt comforted by it. It never did scare me. And then fast forward to about 12 years old, and luckily some pioneers in the industry were already on television and sharing some information educationally about this type of work. And I was able to, through that, really understand who I was and what I was doing. And so from there, at 12, you can imagine I didn't understand very much about it, but I did know I wasn't alone and that other people did feel the same way and experience the same things that I did. And as you know, because if you're watching, that means that you're also a spiritual soul. And so to some extent, you also probably feel like you could be isolated, or that somebody doesn't really understand how you feel or some of the things that you're experiencing. So when you do have somebody like that come along and really shed some light, it really is comforting. So I ignored it, of course, at 12 years old. I just went and continued and played and, lived my life. And then getting to 17 years old is when I really started to feel my first experience. Now, it was around the first time that I knew that I was communicating with someone who had departed. And so that's when I really started to harness in and listen to that energy. But of course, at 17, this isn't something that I thought I would be doing for the rest of my life. It was something that I just thought I was. And so when I'm connecting and getting messages, I just felt, again, very peaceful, very validated, very heartwarmed by it because it was never scary. And so then about 26 years old, I was pregnant with my 4th child. And we, of course, didn't know if it was going to be a boy or girl, but I had this impression of a little girl, and she came to me and kind of gave me some information about that she was a girl, that she would be coming and joining us into this earth realm, and that she would be coming on a certain month and a certain day. And of course, I thought, okay, well, we'll see what happens. And of course, true to her message, she came on the exact day that she had given me the information. So from there, it really kind of started to get more involved and more heavy as we kind of went on. And being a parent, I really used my intuition to help guide and help deliver messages and guidance to my children. So as I mentioned, we do have 5. And so now we get to share that information with all the little new grandbabies that are coming for us. And so when I decided that I was going to work in this industry and really just live my authentic purpose, which I really believe each of you should be doing. It is a very scary and difficult step. I understand. I've been there, done that, had to make the same choice. But at the end of the day, it's feeling like a relief. Like, yes, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are living your authentic purpose. And that in itself is so rewarding. So I was about 26 when I made that decision to really start listening. But I really wasn't until my 30s in which I decided that I was going to be doing this for professional work. And I'm a clear cognizant, so I get a lot of information that just kind of comes into my head, like my own thoughts and my own memories of things. And so, of course, that is the most challenging, is that your own thought? Did I know that before and now I'm just remembering it now? And so really the thoughts that come in and the messages that are interpreted and received are really quick, fast, and furious. And so it's a lot to absorb when you're first learning. And as an empath, which is my second strongest quality, you feel the way that other people feel. And so this is my biggest struggle. So out there that have been looking to understand themselves more, or maybe struggling with feelings of anxiety or chronic illnesses or autoimmune disorders. Those are things that I struggled with myself. And I'm very, very willing to share those personal stories because I feel like it's so helpful to understand. I feel a lot of spiritual people feel these types of, and of course, once you start acknowledging that they're coming through and that you are getting messages, you start to feel healthier because you're in a lot more control over what information you're receiving and how you're interpreting it, if you choose to share it or if you keep it private. All of those things come with learning really who you are and what your purpose is. The main thing that I really kind of focused on was more information. So, okay, now I know that I'm experiencing these things. So where can I get information? Where can I understand? And I didn't know really anybody else who was doing it professionally. I believe I come from a long line of family members on both my father and my mother's side that are very sensitive to energy, whether they're empaths or whether they're actually receiving clairvoyant messages or claircognizant messages. And so it was never a thing to be ashamed of in my family. Like, I was very, very lucky that I had so much support with friends and family. But not everybody does. And you know, you have to find that support from somewhere. So really just kind of delving into books. I had read so many books. My husband got me one that I really want to give a shout out to, Sherry Dillard. It was You Are a Medium. This book was amazing. It really captured the essence of what I was experiencing and shedding light onto it. And so I just started reading more books and more books and more books and researching, the internet and really understanding what kind of information I am getting and how to work with it. And so I guess I could say I'm a natural born medium in the sense that I just never really had to develop it from scratch. If I go back into time, I know that at 4 years old, I was experiencing that. And of course, it wasn't something that I asked for at that age or even asked for in later years. But of course, this is my life's purpose. I understand that now. And I just absolutely love that there are forums like A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV and all these different people that come out and share each day and each week and each moment. And so I'm just very pleased to be part of this community. So that's enough about me. I just love sharing some things just so that people who also are experiencing, their own enlightenment and their own spiritual ascension really do understand that it's not easy for us as sensitive people. We don't just wake up and we're doing this, without any problem. It is something that it is difficult to turn it off. However, there's different varying levels of that. And so, in one of my future shows, we'll talk about really how do you harness those messages and how do you protect yourself if maybe you're, somewhere where it's inappropriate to be receiving all these messages and having to filter through them. So I'm interested, down the road in sharing those tidbits. And so really, when we're looking at energy and how you're getting it, it could come anywhere. It could come at a restaurant while you're trying to eat, at the grocery store. It could come when you're visiting a friend that every other day for the last 15 years, you've not had a message come through, but this particular day you do. So really filtering those things and kind of working through them. And of course, nobody wants somebody to be giving them messages all the time. So when we're talking about friends and family members, there's a certain level of boundary that I put up for those people. I don't tap into their energy. I've done a lot of making sure that there's a good, let's say, spiritual wall or protection around them, because I really do want to enjoy them and respect them as family and friends. And so unless somebody asks, they're not getting any information. And that's just the moral standard I set for myself. And of course, everybody's different. So when we're talking about energy, this is actually an amazing time of the year because you've got, we're entering fall. And with fall comes all the energy of all the change. And so from an energetic universal energy, you've got the change. So, just as the leaves have fallen from the trees, you've got the energy that is asking us to let things fall from our energy and our soul that we no longer need. We carry so much with us every single day. And, I always equate it to like, we're carrying all these groceries and backpacks and stuff. And every time somebody you met, you got another backpack or another grocery bag. And then you got upset because something upsets us. And so you hold that as another bag. And then all of a sudden you've got you're being weighed down by all of these bags and all of this energy that you're carrying. Now imagine if you thought of that as the physical picture that I was creating for you. Could you imagine how far somebody could get in carrying all of those bags and all of that weight? So when we're really thinking about it, if you can put down some of those bags, those spiritual bags, you can really start to feel healthier and feel more aware and have more enlightening messages come through. Because when we are holding all of that stuff, what happens is our energy becomes a little bit more dense and it is harder to communicate with energy. And so if we're talking about you and how you're supposed to be, maybe communicating with your loved ones or your angels, your guides, you really want to have some sense of clarity when you're getting those messages. And let's be clear, just because you put something down doesn't mean that you don't have to care about it anymore. It just means that you're letting yourself enjoy the moment that you're in. And so when you're continuing to release or hold all of those things, you definitely should be thinking about, what is this doing for me? Because really, fall reminds us, put things down, let things go. And so it's kind of an awkward time for some of us. I don't know if you listeners have thought of this or have noticed in the last few weeks, some of the energy is absolutely chaotic. And so if you're in the midst of a crossroad in your life, you're absolutely probably feeling uncomfortable. Everything probably seems like it's juggling up in the air and you don't know which way to go. That's okay. Don't worry. We're all there. I've been there too. And so all this has to do is remind us that something has to change. Because if we didn't feel uncomfortable and we didn't have the chaos that's surrounding us, we wouldn't be pushed to do something different, right? So with fall comes all of the energy about holidays. And I'm talking about Remembrance Day is just around the corner. And so when we have those energies that are coming through and really just remembering and honoring the fallen, that brings a whole bunch of energy to light as well, especially in very historical places, because you've got a lot of energy from the actual events that have occurred. We here in Canada, we just had Thanksgiving. And so the energy with that and what it stands for and represents. And so, of course, upcoming all of these different holidays for every nationality. And that brings energy. Now, we're talking about the energy that's created by us humans, which is the excitement and the joy of getting together with friends and family, or complete opposite. Maybe it's stress and worry and concern about having to come together with people. And either is absolutely normal as long as you know and accept that it is what it is. And so when you're connecting, that creates an energy in itself. So I equate that to if you've ever been to a surprise party and you're waiting to surprise this person, and then you're getting all these butterflies in your stomach and you're maybe feeling anxious and nervous. That's feeling energy of people. That's feeling the energy of an environment. And so when you have that, you really want to understand that it's not like an anxiety, like that you're experiencing anxiety. It's that you have to just be mindful that you're in an environment with lots of people and lots of energy. But on the other side, which is so fascinating, we have the energy that brings all of our loved ones. So now you've got energy that's coming through for all of the loved ones that want to attend and to be there to witness this exciting event. And the same is true for events that are more challenging for us, such as, funerals or somebody being ill and things like that, because we've all experienced that, unfortunately, with our families and loved ones. And so the energy, too, will enhance around those times. And so you've got your emotion, you've got the environment, and then you have the energy of the spiritual realm, which is your loved ones and angels and guides. So can you imagine how much is going on at that time of year? And you're expecting to be, even keel and everything is going great and everything goes perfect without a hitch. So I guess I challenge you this holiday season to really kind of separate what it is that you are feeling. Are you feeling on the energy of the people? Are you feeling on the energy of the environment or the event? Or are you thinking that you're feeling the energy of your loved ones that are in spirit? And so really start to identify what it is that you're picking up, because I guarantee you're going to be able to hone in on your own skills and really, really start to pick up more messages. As well, it takes some of that energy that drains us. Some people really, really thrive in the environment with lots of people and lots of love and lots of connection. And then empaths tend to retreat. So as much as they want to look and be, really excited to be around people, it's actually so physically demanding that they become very drained. And so, they may not be able to stick around for long, and that's okay. And so here are some of the things that we can do. So when we're talking about preparing for energy and how we can kind of, embrace the next several weeks, what we want to do is we want to set boundaries. Number one, it is okay to not attend every holiday party and every, dinner out. You don't have to attend something. Empaths tend to feel like they have to please other people or else they're letting them down. And to an extent, I think as long as you just explain that you're not coming, but thank you for the invite, that there are ways around it without causing an awkward moment, because empaths don't like awkward moments and they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So setting boundaries, and boundaries are amazing for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're an empath or not. Really setting boundaries is something that will help you feel like you're really living up to the expectations that you set for yourself. And when we live up to an expectation that we've set for ourselves, we don't feel disappointed or stressed or lacking. We actually feel validated and we feel like we've accomplished something. So got your boundaries set. So now what? Now you're going to look at how you protect your energy. So you're going to really kind of meditate. You're going to balance out. Maybe you want to ground. Grounding is funny. I'm actually sitting on the floor right now in my living room, and this is making me feel grounded. I feel nice and comfy and cozy. Because actually here in Niagara Falls, Canada, it's snowing right now. So I wasn't about to go outside and stand in the grass. Although, I also found the snow is very calming for me as well. Now, so anything that you do that makes you feel comfortable, maybe it's going for a drive, listening to music, having a bath, all of those things are very clearing and grounding of your energy. And if you're balanced and grounded, you can handle a lot more. And you can probably attest to that. If you've already got, everything snowballing and all of these crazy things going on in your day, it doesn't take much to send you over the edge and cause frustration or stress or, disappointment in your day when you've already got so many things in a momentum. And so if you can balance and clear that out, you can handle a lot more. So when you've got the opportunity, you're going to come home from a large group event, or maybe it's work, or maybe it's visiting one person. It doesn't matter. Whatever your energy has been expended on, you'd like to follow it up with some clearing. So I like to wash my hands with cool water after every connection that I make. It doesn't matter if I'm outside talking to a neighbor, or if I'm at, my local department store, or if I've just finished a reading. I like to wash my hands in between each reading as well. It really clears the energy. And it's a really great fix in a time when you can't actually go for a long bath or a long shower. And so any of those things are really valuable, especially in the holiday season, to kind of reboot your energy. And I think that it's so important that you just say no, just say no, set your boundaries, and then also set time frames for how long that you want to attend a certain thing, or how long that you're going to be able to engage in that energy. If you know that you can only do 3 hours, then when 3 hours comes, even if you're feeling high off the energy from the time, knowing that when you get home, you're going to kind of come down off of that and feel like an energetic hangover, so to speak. Basically, that's you pushing your limits. So kind of stick with it and make sure. Now, you also want to dissolve any cords to any energy that you have connected to. And I'm going to talk about that in later shows and how we can do more of a clearing and a cutting or dissolving of cords very gently. And I am just absolutely so excited to share with you all of these little tips and tidbits that I've learned through the years, because it helps me so much to understand, how are other people experiencing energy? And that's why I love to hear other people's stories. I absolutely love it. And so when they show up and they share this information with me, and I can help people through spiritual growth coaching, the workshops that I offer, I really get so much more out of it than they probably do, to be honest, because you know what? I love learning and I love engaging with people, and helping somebody understand their abilities is priceless to me. It is absolutely priceless, because I understand from a very personal perspective what it felt like to be there. And I'll tell you, I don't take any interaction with somebody for granted. It doesn't matter who you are. When you cross my path, I will learn from you. And I hope that I grow better from it. And so that's why I'm here. And that's why I've decided that I'm going to do light work. And this is what really just gives me the love in my heart to be able to share with you the stuff that I've learned and the information I get. So primarily as a medium, I connect to people who've departed. And so I hold a very, very high ethical standard for myself and how I share information with people's loved ones. So I don't like to rush. I really like to give people the time that they need to hear the messages. I do evidential mediumship, so I like to provide validating key facts about their loved ones so that they know who I'm speaking of. So because of this, this does take a lot of energy out of me, of course, and anybody out there who also does medium type readings. But what I am able to really kind of gain out of it is that I'm giving. So it doesn't matter how much energy it takes and how long the session goes. I really just need to make sure that that message is delivered. And so I really absolutely feel like if you want more information about that and how I connect, then please visit my website at amber-price.com for more information. And I'm going to be talking in the coming weeks about protection of energy, how energy and emotion might be different, because I hear the words, I have anxiety and I feel anxious, or I'm picking up energy. So I really want to separate what those things are. And this is something that I feel like is something that the people in my workshop really, really love. And this is helping them to become more grounded. And so as you approach your holiday season and as you continue to move through fall season, know that you have lots of resources around you and you can reach out at any time, and that you're not alone. You have validation, you have backup. And so thank you so much for allowing me to join this beautiful community on A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV. I am so excited to be here and share this information with you. And in the coming weeks, we'll get into really some cool topics and deep information. And hopefully where you are, it's not snowing so much, because right now it's still snowing. So, and maybe next time when I see you, I will be able to share that I have a brand new grandson on the way, because he's due any day now. And so we're anxiously awaiting that. Perfect timing. So thank you so much. And I absolutely want to challenge you to that energy challenge that I gave you. And I'd love to hear your feedback about it.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Ask Rebecca radio show with Rebecca Russo. Live from AskRebecca.guru. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is the Ask Rebecca radio show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well. This past week was pretty crazy energetically, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Lots going on all around the world and with everyone. Some positive things and maybe some not so positive things. You may have experienced some sort of a new beginning, which is nice and positive. It could have come on the heels of some challenges, which may not have been as positive, but ultimately the outcome was, right? And that's what we need to focus on. Maybe you found yourself feeling inspired to write or create, maybe even keeping a list of aha moments or things that you want to get accomplished, or ideas that you have for doing anything, something. So I just feel like I see people journaling and writing things down. So I just feel like between all of that inspiration and it flowing through us, there needed to be some sort of an outlet. And if you didn't have an outlet by actually writing it down, then you may have been stuck in your head a little bit more and constantly overthinking because you're trying to remember all your ideas and what you want to basically remember. So write those things down, get them on a piece of paper, dictate on your phone, figure it out, get it out of your head so that more ideas can flow through and you can write those down then as well. All right, so the downside to this energy, it was emotional. So there may have been some emotional days where maybe you felt like you were spiraling out of control, or maybe you were witnessing other people spiraling out of control due to high emotions. And with that high emotion, it could have then took on a physical toll on you as well. Because, you know, let's face it, a lot of times when we're crying or we're upset or we're emotional, and especially when it's intense, then a lot of times we do feel physically exhausted. We'll feel tired. We can even feel fatigued in the body or even have muscle soreness. And if you weren't feeling emotional, then maybe it was more physical in nature for you, like sleepless nights. I feel like the energy has been so intense, it's been a little hard to sleep. But everybody kind of interprets and integrates this energy in a different way. So maybe you were sleeping like a rock, and while others were having sleepless nights. I do feel like we still have this cold and flu symptoms going around. So you could have been dealing with that. You could have had stress-related body symptoms. A lot of times when we're stressed and we're bloated, we've got a lot of inflammation in the body with stress, or our blood pressure, all of those things, you could have had side effects from stress in your body. You may have dealt with some confusion and disappointment around love and or money. Reality may have set in that things are not as good as you thought or hoped they were. And there may have been some periods of low self-esteem as well due to this energy. So this mixed bag of energy just may have been pushing you backwards while you were trying to take steps forward. So it was a lot of crazy, wild energy. You saw it playing out in the news. You probably witnessed it in your own life and witnessed it with people around you. Quick admin note before I get into this week's intuitive messages. I'm doing a crystal bowl energy meditation and mimosas event on a Saturday, February 8th. You will be able to join through live video, so it doesn't matter where you are. And if you can't make it in person, as long as you register, you can either join live
while I do the meditation, or you'll have access to the recorded version where you can receive energy work remotely and meditate to it at any time. And after the meditation, a group of us will be going to Cassadaga for their gala day to check out all the metaphysical offerings for different types of readings. Those of you not aware, Cassadaga is a little town here in Florida, in the Orlando area, exclusive to everything metaphysical and spiritual. They have a haunted hotel and all sorts of neat things to explore, experience, and purchase. So they do all kinds of cool stuff. They do seances and anything you could think of, they probably do it out there. All right, let's get into what you can expect from tonight, January 30th through to February 6th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. This week has an energy of secrecy surrounding love and money. So this could be positive or negative. It could show up in your life in both ways. It may not show up for everybody. The positive way that it could show up is, a sweet secret surprise like getting proposed to, or a negative way could be finding out your spouse has secretly been gambling your life savings away. So it could be really kind of two different extreme versions, good, bad, minor, major. Again, everybody's kind of on their own journey and their own path, so it really could play out in different ways. And for some of you, you won't experience this energy at all, or at least it won't manifest in that way. This week, we move into the month of February, and the first week is the best time to launch anything new, since we will be going into Mercury retrograde on February 16th, and the shadow period actually begins this Sunday, February 2nd. So you'll start picking up on that retrograde energy with each passing day as we get closer to the 16th. And, I just want to say with the whole retrograde, because I see online a lot and I see a lot of people always talking like, oh my God, Mercury retrograde, like it's the worst thing. Remember, you are a creator of your reality. So whatever you believe and whatever you're putting your energy into is what is going to manifest in your life. So if you really have like this hang up about Mercury retrograde and that everything always goes wrong when you are in Mercury retrograde, or you catch yourself saying things, oh my God, Mercury retrograde, well, you're going to have a negative experience, right? So passion with Mercury retrograde is just always anything to do with launching something new. I always recommend try to do it before or after. Otherwise, there's a lot of positive aspects to retrogrades. Anyway, let me move on. As always, recently with this new energy coming into the planet, there are new opportunities and new revelations. Some of you will be feeling very motivated in areas of work and career. You'll be very goal-oriented, you'll be determined, you'll be ambitious, not just in work and career, but in many areas of your life. So if you've been, wanting to, change up your lifestyle with a new health routine, well, then you're going to be really motivated for that. If career is the focus right now, well, then that's going to be it. If it's your spiritual journey, that will be it. And maybe it'll be a combination of different things. So lots of strong positive energy in that way. One of the challenging things that could happen for some of you this week is a situation collapsing in on itself. It could be a dramatic and shocking event. It could affect you and it could affect others. It could bring confusion. It could bring chaos. It's basically this energy that is shattering old patterns and causing you to make a significant change. And this may not affect everyone. And again, it will affect people in different ways. So for you, it could be something minor. For someone else, it could be something major. But this energy is just coming because we are shifting big time, and it's time to raise our vibration and our consciousness and move into this new planetary energy. And so all of the old has to basically come about, right? It has to be recognized. It has to be witnessed. So basically all the shadow side of things is coming up and out, and that includes those parts of yourself. So I feel, again, like this can happen on a small scale, but I also can't help but feel like this could be tied to something big happening in the world that affects many emotionally. Very similar maybe to the recent passing of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the other children and parents on board. That was an event that was shocking, and it affected many people. Many people, it affected me because I'm a parent. I lost a child, so I know what that's like. So it could trigger emotions within people. So we could see other events like this transpiring on a global scale, and it could also happen within your life. And I feel it could also maybe be some sort of earth event or a weather event. There's been lots of earthquake activity recently and just lots of different changes. And, that's not to fearmonger. That's just telling it like it is and the reality of the situation. But the beautiful part is we do create our reality, and what we put our energy and our focus on is what we can manifest. So stay away from the fear. Focus on the love, feel what you need, let it come up, and move on. This week, integrity will be a theme as well. Yours and others will be tested. So integrity means the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, as well as the state of being whole and undivided. You could see some division. You could feel incomplete and unworthy. You may see dishonesty and a lack of morals. You may be looking at your own and others. Your dishonesty or morals could come into question, right? I mean, dishonesty, a little lie is no different from a big lie. So a lie is a lie. Being dishonest is being dishonest. So again, it could just show up through different ways. Another way that I feel like this could come up with integrity is through competition and conflict. With competition, are we cheating? Right? So that's where dishonesty and a lack of morals could come in as well. So again, it'll pop up in multiple different ways. Work, for those of you employed, conflict, disputes, and arguments, minor to major, could be showing up for some of you this week. The energy is prime for small issues to get blown out of proportion. You may also be taking extra measures and steps to protect your own integrity or reputation because you feel someone is working against you. And you may also be facing some sort of competition at work or with work. Those of you that are looking for a job, I'm not feeling too much here this week, except that a new motivation pushes you forward to find work. So again, it's like this energy that all of a sudden just kind of forces you to move forward. And I just feel like you're feeling more pumped, you're feeling more motivated to find a job, right? Love, those of you in a committed relationship and dating seriously, some minor conflict could surface for some, but it's the time of conflict. But it's the kind of conflict that is actually beneficial to your relationship because you're learning about each other and you're learning how to compromise and you're learning how to communicate. So try not to make a bigger deal out of whatever comes up and just learn from the situation. Some of you could be dealing with some sort of pressure, so you can learn to set boundaries. Again, integrity comes into play as well here, where some of you may need to be honest and let someone know that you're just not that into them, or let them know what's eating at you, what's bothering you, what you're feeling, what you need, right? And those of you that are single and looking for love, I'm not picking up too much here, except that you need to be patient. Patience, yay, everybody loves that. Finances, some may be dealing with some money difficulties, while others, money will be flowing, and you may be looking into purchasing a new car or purchasing tickets for a vacation that you're planning, maybe over the summer or sooner. And I feel like some others will be paying off debt with any extra cash that they have. Health, a group of you could be dealing with physical pain. Another issue that could be coming up is a dietary change. Well, not even an issue, but I just feel like some of you may decide, I think I need to cut out dairy all of a sudden, or you know what, I'm just not vibing green beans anymore. So there might just be things that are shifting in your palate, in your diet, and the rest I feel are just feeling pretty good. You're feeling upbeat, you're happy, you're content, physically you're feeling good. And I also see some massages and heating pads. And I hope I'm one of those. Spirituality, you may be trying to compete with others in the spiritual world or comparing yourself to where someone else is spiritually. Don't do that. We all are on our own timetable for growth. It's not something you can rush. And some of you may be traveling to a spiritual retreat or an event and connecting with like-minded people. So that feels really exciting. And I know that's something that I'll be doing in the next couple of weeks. So that wraps up this week's intuitive messages. Let me get to tonight's caller. I have Graciela out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. How are you? Puerto Rico, not Puerto Rico. How are you?
Hello, hi, I'm fine. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you this evening?
Well, I was my it's about I'm unemployed, right? And like project like I developed.
Graciela, I'm sorry, but can you repeat yourself? Our call is breaking up and you were fading in and out. The one thing I did hear was something about you're currently not employed, but I didn't hear anything else of what you said.
I wanna develop like some spiritual teachings or spiritual work related to emotional healing, and well, I want to know more about.
You want to know more about that? Is that what the last part of your sentence was? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, you are in a very spiritual time right now, and so I'm not surprised to hear you saying that this is kind of what you're feeling and what you want to experience and what you want to look into. I really do feel like you are already in a position where you could possibly share your light and your happiness through your own spiritual healing and development that you've done over the years. Now, I feel like you're still in a little bit of a transition phase where you're kind of trying to figure out exactly what your gifts are and how you're going to share that. But at the same time, I feel like you already have a good idea, because the thing that I really feel like sets you apart right now is you have this insane amount of resilience and strength and positivity of basically helping other people not get sucked into seeing the worst, right? Especially with things going on in Puerto Rico. It's a challenging time for everyone. And I really feel like you could be paying it forward and assisting people that are really struggling right now. And I think that you could do it through a combination of things where not only are you doing it by helping people emotionally and spiritually, but you're incorporating ways to actually bring the community together to, I feel like, whether it's like growing your own food or repairing things or setting up a community center for the kids, and then I just feel like there's so many things that you could do. Is there any one direction that you feel more guided towards?
Yes, I'm into tarot and astrology also.
So the tarot, I feel like you pretty much have that nailed down. I don't feel like you need to do really much of anything except for actually doing sessions for people. And I feel like you need to just put it on social media, maybe put out a group on, If you're feeling, I feel like right now you're feeling a little insecure about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what I would recommend is, I know when I was going through a similar process with my business, I just did a bunch of free stuff for like an entire month so that I could build my confidence up. I basically did donations. So I told all my friends to tell their friends that I didn't know that I would do some readings for free. I would do it either for a testimonial so that I would be able to get more referrals, or do it for a love donation. And I feel like you need to do something similar with the tarot. As a matter of fact, I feel like, do you live like near resorts and hotels?
Yes.
So I kind of feel like you could have a connection with someone at one of these hotels where you would be able to maybe just sit in the lobby with a little sign and do some readings, and just say $10, $15, something like that. You just need to put yourself out there. Right now you're doing too much thinking.
Yeah, I know. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, you're just stuck in your head about it. But I really feel like, I just feel like if you take an action step and put yourself out there, it's going to happen so much more quickly than you can even imagine right now. You just need to do it.
You.
I mean, and when I say quickly, like honestly, I feel like if you got up tomorrow and you went outside to like one of these resorts, or you went somewhere and you just set up a little table outside in the neighborhood and just say, hey, I'm doing some free tarot readings, or at a farmer's market or something, I think it will take off for you, and that's going to build your confidence, and that's what you need right now. You need to feel confident. The astrology side of things, I feel like you know a lot, but I feel you need more tools in order to actually do it more easily. Otherwise, I feel like you're doing a lot of it by hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
If you just start doing some readings for donations, I feel like you can make enough money where you would be able to buy some software or get, I know now they have a lot of online websites where you can just have access to like the planetary alignments. I think it would make your life easier, and you would be able to afford to pay for that service, so that whenever you're doing someone's chart, you could just punch in their information and it automatically does it for you electronically, instead of you trying to do everything on your own.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Right.
I'm just seeing what else I'm picking up when it comes to your... have you noticed at all? I feel like your maybe some mediumship abilities are coming online for you. Have you noticed anything unusual in the way that maybe you're seeing or feeling or perceiving or hearing things, like thoughts in your head that you're kind of questioning?
About what? Sorry.
Mediumship abilities. I feel like... I'm sorry, what?
No, sorry.
So mediumship abilities, I feel like spirit, maybe somebody from the other side, I feel like they're trying to communicate with you. And I'm wondering if you've started experiencing any sort of telepathy where you're hearing the thoughts in your head that you're questioning whether or not they're yours, and whether you are seeing things visually, as in literally with your eyes, your third eyes where it's kind of like visions. And I feel like you have some mediumship abilities that are coming online. Are you experiencing any of that yet? Okay. Yay, technology. It's awesome. And at the same time, with this energy into the planet, and there's been like CMEs and all kinds of stuff off the sun, it definitely affects all electronic stuff. So it's not just your crappy service provider. Are you back, Graciela?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I'm here.
Did you hear anything I said at all at the end there?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, so I was asking because I feel like you have some new psychic abilities coming online for you that are connected to telepathy and being able to do medium work, where you're able to communicate with past, souls. And I feel like spirit and some souls are trying to communicate with you. And I was curious if you were starting to experience any sort of telepathy where you're having thoughts in your head that you might be questioning whether or not they're yours.
I don't understand that much the question, but if I'm seeing some unusual things related to the spirit world.
Yes, so that's what I'm asking is, I feel like you have other abilities that are coming online for you. So besides tarot and like intuition and psychic abilities, I feel like you're able to see spirits. You're seeing these energies and you're seeing spirits that are trying to communicate with you. So you need to pay attention to your thoughts, because they're not always your own. They're actually trying to communicate with you.
Okay.
Right? So you would be able to, so I feel like you need to work on engaging and understanding that, because that will help you do other sort of sessions, because then you can connect people with their loved ones who have passed away.
Okay. Got it.
Don't be afraid. There's lots of positive energy coming around you right now. You're just going to be growing so quickly spiritually over the next several months. Like I said, put yourself out there, because that's how you're going to build your confidence, and that's what's going to be important, so that you can start creating a living off of this, and then you won't have to work a 9-to-5. Well, Graciela, thank you so much for calling in. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. Live from AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights into Consciousness
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, I'm Anna Olson. Thank you for listening to A1R Radio. Welcome to Insights into Consciousness. My website at the bottom of the screen, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com. You can see me on iHeartRadio, Spotify. You just search for Insights into Consciousness, Anna Olson, A1R. Any of those will work. It's the #1. And I wanted to go over something that I'm really excited about. There's some news today that I wanted to give everybody, and that is that HBO, and we don't have a time frame yet. We don't have an exact date, which is kind of unfortunate, but there's a new HBO prequel to Practical Magic coming out. It's a 1-hour drama series based on Alice Hoffman's own prequel of the same name. So she did the book Practical Magic, and then she went on to do a prequel, which is going to be really fun to catch. I'm hoping it's good, and they don't have an exact time frame, but I'm willing to go in and get on the HBO just to see if I can watch this and see if I like it. So that's really, really exciting for me, and I know that a lot of other people have been really excited about that. Also, the moon is in Virgo now, so we're going to talk about the planets just a little bit. That the planets, there's going to be some other planets that are going to follow too. I don't go into too much detail on it because then it would take up the whole show to do all of that. So there's going to be a lot of planets in Virgo that's, as a Virgo, I was going to what are my traits? Well, one of them is that, there's a lot of attention to details. So this might be a good idea to go in and organize, or maybe kind of look at what it is you really want to focus on and get clear about your intentions, because this is a time about clarity and kind of perfecting and getting into the detail of what it is that you want to manifest, or what it is exactly that you would like to really bring into your life and attract to your space, to your energy, and to your surroundings. So this is something that we get to focus on because we're all going to be dealing with those Virgo traits pretty soon with the planetary alignments and the moon currently. So that's the moon right now and the planets. I wanted to also go over something that I just recently taught a student that I'm teaching one-on-one, and that is tea leaf readings. So tea leaf readings, it's surprising to me how many people are not aware of tea leaf readings, that they exist, or the history behind them, how to do them. I did one with my student. It was a lot of fun. We took some pictures and we followed a couple of diagrams to see if those resonated with us. You can go online and see if there are diagrams that you can really align with that makes sense to you. So in addition, the way you start a tea leaf reading, and these were done back in Europe, way back in the day. So you grab some loose tea and you put it in, your hot water. You let it steep for a bit. You're going to have the person who's getting the reading done drink it, and leave about a tablespoon of that tea in the bottom where all the loose tea is. You're going to grab the saucer. So you're going to need a cup and a saucer. The bigger the cup, the better. And you just put the saucer on top of the cup. Turn it over so that everything falls out into the saucer. Turn the cup over and look into the cup. Now, these loose tea leaves, what they do are these little segments and these little pieces of this tea leaf will land at different parts of the cup, adjacent to where the handle of the cup is. So you'll be holding it, and when you look down into the cup, there's going to be a lot of different diagrams. You use your intuition. You see what it is that you see in the cup. Now, you can see, the last time I saw distinctly a fairy. It looked just like a fairy. This little tea leaf kind of curled up into the shape, looked just like a fairy on the end of a flower stem, a stem that went straight into a flower and a fairy on the flower. It was huge. I took pictures of it. It was very clear to both of us. So I wrote it down, and then I showed her and I said, what did you see? I didn't tell her what I saw. And I didn't let her see what I wrote down on my paper. She said, oh my gosh, I see a fairy on a flower on a stem. So you'll notice when you're doing a reading that two people will oftentimes get the exact same thing, and they'll see the exact same things. So when I've done readings like this and I've waited for the person to tell me what they saw, I already had in mind what I saw, and it matched what they saw. So intuition is intuition. Spirit is spirit. Spirit will give us the same message. It continues through readers over years. Truth is truth, and the accurate, true information through readings and through spirit is always accurate, always true, and always the same. Especially when everybody present is on the same frequency, vibe, level of positivity. So the really cool thing about tea leaf readings, the history behind them. Now, back in the day, centuries ago, many practitioners couldn't do readings because they'd be burned at the stake. They'd have to do these incognito. So what they would do is they would go to a public place to have tea. And the reader would meet with the client and would do a full tea leaf reading, looking like they were, just out in public having a cup of tea. So this originated kind of in Britain, Europe areas where they still do a whole lot of tea time, and they, will sit together and sip on their tea. So even like if their husbands came home, or someone's husband came home, or their children came home, or the parents walked into the home, they'd be just sitting at the table having their tea. Now, when we go back into time, there's a lot of different ways that people did other readings to stay incognito as well. Loose tea leaf readings are just one of those many types. So there's diagrams that will show you what means what in the cup. So the very bottom round part of the cup will mean, like the distant future, or the meaning of the entire reading, or kind of like the whole synapse of the reading will be the very, very bottom of the cup. The next level up, like if you were to imagine the cup having liquid at the bottom and filling it up to like the first 1/3 of the cup, that would be the distant future. If you filled it up to the next 1/3 of the layer of the cup with liquid, then that whole layer that liquid would also take up, the next 1/3 of the cup. Right along the middle would be the near future, and then the very top layer just before the lip of the cup would be the nearest future, or the next week or two, that again weeks, and then the very, very top is the present. So then around the handle part, dipping all the way down to the bottom of the cup, you would have different meanings to where the leaves fall there. It's all put in exactly the right place. And of course, everybody likes to use different diagrams, because when we do readings, readers are all very unique, and we find what works for us. So we may even mix this with something, like a card, or you could mix this reading with, card reading tarot. You could do angel tarot. You could do oracle cards, anything that you feel drawn to. But basically, the loose tea leaf reading is the most rare. It's not what most readers do. The people who do them are kind of special and unique, and most of the time they will have a visual or photogenic memory, because they really need to see things visually, and they learn best or read best with pictures or things that are visual that way. So it's a really fun way to have a reading. If you ever come across, a place or somebody who does them, it might be kind of fun to have it done, because you can see how they can look at the tea leaves and how they create different shapes Sometimes like dashes will mean one thing, or a spiral will mean something else. And something that looks like an airplane may mean travel, for instance. So everything means something with the tea leaves. And it's a really fun way to get a reading. And sometimes even practice yourself. If you wanted to, meditate and ground and really shield and protect and clear your mind and have a cup of tea and look in your teacup and see what you can find. It can be kind of fun just to practice and see what you get. It's fun either way. So on to what I want to do today. I'd like to do a universal reading. And what that is it's a reading where I take out the cards and I will start doing a reading for the universal consciousness. I am in California. However, the universal readings account for everyone. We are all affected by, as the world, a planet. If you think of the planet as a homeopathic entity, and if you think of the world as perhaps having its own spirit or its body and spirit as well, we would be part of its body in a way where we work together and we make up what the world is made of. In a way that we all have a purpose to drive the earth. So we all must have a singular consciousness, a universal consciousness that is tied together. So we can go into a lot of studies and a lot of experiences with people where they have realized that when something happens that is a crisis in the world, that many people, especially the empaths around the world, will feel it before they even get the news brief. So we are all connected. We all have the same connection to the same source and the same God had the same spirit. And yes, we can connect and disconnect at will, but basically a reading for universal consciousness or purpose will be for anyone. So I'm basically doing a reading on my viewers as well. And if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You're on another frequency. If it does resonate with you, then that part of the reading is for you. So I just get what I hear, what I have coming through, and what I see. And I do use the cards because it's a nice visual cue for me to focus on, just to kind of aid in not being distracted, like squirrel. So that's my way of, the cards really help me to focus and to meditate on the message being received through spirit. Now, I'm shuffling now and I'm just asking the guides and angels what it is in spirit, what it is that we need right now is universal consciousness. And the first thing that I'm getting is that we'll do mind, body, and spirit. So I will draw a card that will represent the mind, our minds, and what's going on with our consciousness, with what we're thinking. What are your thoughts? What are those thoughts doing? What is the purpose for those thoughts? Thoughts are very powerful, and all creation begins with a thought and the power of the word, because most thoughts also include words. And words are the basis of many, many creations, including the beginning, to go back in the Bible, the beginning of the world, the beginning of the entire world, and all of the atmosphere and the water was the power of the word. So the thing that I am looking at here is the moon. So I'm getting the number 18. And I'm getting the moon. So it's basically a card depicting that masculinity is going to be taking a front seat right now in a way of logistics and order. Now, it's going to, now I'm seeing the moon and I'm seeing this logistics and this masculine energy sort of surrounding the moon and keeping it in its place. That, really what I'm getting is that in the mind, the feminine energy, and we as women, we do better working with men peacefully, with allowing their logical mind, their ways of doing things to come into our world and to really take it seriously and to consider what men are saying in our lives. So when we have all these wonderful men in our lives who are putting in their 2 cents, or they want to give an opinion, or, when we have something that we're dealing with and we just want to vent, well, what if there's something they can suggest that will actually make our situation better? There's so much in psychology that goes towards, well, women just want to vent and talk about something emotional and be emotional for a while, and that's fine. But can't we too also, after we vent, ask them what they think and what they would do, and then actually take it seriously and do it? I don't see anything wrong with that. I see everything right with that. And that's what I'm seeing here, with things being so driven by women just acting emotionally, which is definitely half of the whole. But we have two halves to this whole. Half of that is the masculinity. And I know that right now we have a president that is a little bit strong-minded, to say the least. He is very opinionated. He has done and said some things that make women feel unsafe. But we have to remember that we do need the good men, and we need the men who are on our side, and the men who are trying to help, who love us, who are defending their families, and who have a lot to contribute. And we need to accept what they contribute, and we need to take it seriously and love them and be gentle and kind to them. And if we're having a bad day, say, I'm having a bad day. This has nothing to do with you, because men internalize. And when the male higher consciousness internalizes too much and is overwhelmed, what happens is the planet gets sick and our men check out. We need that masculine balancing energy to balance out the feminine. It's good to have the feminine, yes, but it's also good to have the masculine in balance. This doesn't mean let them rule your life or take over your life or abuse you. I would never say that. But at the same time, we need to be careful about how we're making men feel, and to really, really pay attention to what's going on with them and to allow them to do their part. I'm going to give a brief description of this card, the moon card, and I'm going to show it on screen because I know that some people are just listening to the show as well, not seeing the screen. But it is a moon. It's a picture of a moon with a rather mechanical device around it with something that looks basically like a clock attached to it, and it has different little keys attached to that. There is a crab that probably would represent Cancer, two wolves, masculine and feminine is in balance here, but there's definitely more of the masculine energy involved. So yes, it's depicting basically the moon, but this is what I'm seeing as a masculine energy. And I'm going to just hold up this card so that viewers can see the card. You have the moon, and then you have all of these more logic. I see these other items on the card as being very masculine, and the timing, the science, all the mechanics. If you think about men working under the hood or having their tool sets and things like that, not that women don't, but that is a masculine energy thing. So even when women do it, that's a masculine energy. So for mind, I'm definitely getting the balance of the masculine and feminine. Don't let masculinity scare you. Don't let masculinity piss you off. Don't let masculinity, we have to work together, and we have to, whether it's a woman with masculine energy or it's a man in your life, but I'm getting this is much more men, sons, making sure they feel respected, heard, making sure that, we nurture them. I'm really getting that it's important for us to make sure that we nurture them. Our issues as women, it doesn't mean that it's every man. And that if we've been hurt by men, we need to understand their energy more. So I think it's better to seek to understand them and the masculine energy more than to reject or block it and act or pretend as though we don't need it. We do. We all need it. The earth needs it. The universe needs it, both masculine and feminine. I'm seeing a little bit of a tip towards the feminine a little more right now, and that can be messy. It does throw things off. So think of the sun and the moon and how they work together. The moon is the female, the feminine. The sun is the masculine. We need both. The moon does not shine without the masculine energy of the sun. It does not work. It has to be both, and it has to be a balance or things go wrong. Women need the protection of the masculine. It's a fact. So that's what I wanted to reiterate about the moon and the masculinity. So the second will be body. Now, this is really a wonderful card that I got for the body. I got the Lovers, and this just came up. I didn't pick it myself. I didn't look at it and pull it out. it is what I pulled. Now, the number for this is 6. So when we have the card for the Lovers, again, I'm seeing the masculine and feminine needing to connect. This doesn't mean like absolutely you have to have male-female relationship. I'm talking about masculinity and femininity in whatever human being it just happens to reside in. So it could be male-male, could be female-female, could be female-male. It could be masculine-female with a feminine male. It doesn't have to look a certain way. That way, but I do feel again that this is depicting that the body, we need to respect that each sex has, I guess this is all about men and women in relationships. I know that I'm just going to like talk about how I just spoke with my mother about her clients, how she's realizing during her trainings, she's a therapist. She's a therapist in psychology. So she counsels people, and she was telling me that she went to her continuing education credit classes and things like that. And the new research is showing a very low in the 20s success rate of marriages currently in the United States. So originally we thought it was 75, then we thought it was 50, and now it's looking to be more like it's in the 20s, 23, 28 was what I think I remember her saying. I know it was in the 20s, but she thought it was not correct because it was so low, that these marriages are succeeding at a 23 to 28% level of success. And the 50% only represented the people who were legally married, not the people who were still legally married but separated. So we're looking at a big discord in marriages and with people being able to cohabitate and to get along. I'm seeing that we, with the body, we need to be respectful of the other person's space. So men need to not be controlled. Women need to be respected, revered, cherished, and loved. And, women need to hear a lot of compliments about not just their appearance, but what they can do and what you appreciate about them. And, I feel like we really need to respect the differences of men and women, masculine and feminine energy, that they're not the same. It's like living with an alien, and we have to accept that. We just have to cohabitate and really try to work through these differences, because what happens when we don't work through our differences, we don't learn anything. And then life gets harder, and then it's more uncomfortable. It could be more comfortable in the interim. And of course, this isn't including abusive relationships or something. I mean, if somebody is being violent, of course, that's a different story. This is more about healthier relationships with some discord on things, with things that can be worked out. I'm oftentimes surprised in my readings when I'm talking to people at what they don't want to put up with or work out with someone, something that is easily worked out with some work, some just allowing things to change or allowing things to go their way, the other person's way for a bit. When I hear somebody complaining about, they left their whatever I'm like, really? We're going to worry about this? So, there's bigger fish to fry. There are other things for us to worry about. We need to grow up in our relationships. We need to be more basically drawn towards what's really important in life. What if this person wasn't here tomorrow? What would we do and say today to make their life good? What would we do and say today to have no regrets with this person? I'm going to do a close-up real quick of the Lovers. I have like 4 minutes left. So there's this card. This is the body. We need to be able to cohabitate with the person. There's a male and a female on the front, and it's actually really beautiful. It looks more Roman, maybe Babylonian. There's a beautiful moon. There's a couple kind of in the water, and it's pretty gorgeous. So that's depicting the body. Now, for spirit, I'm going to pull one more card, and then I will conclude this reading for universal. I'm getting the cups, the 5 of cups. So the 5 of cups for spirit, This looks like a man praying. He's got his hands in the prayer position, and he looks like a knight in armor. There's cups all around him. Some are full, some are empty and on the ground. So it seems to depict to me that he is losing his resources and he only has a little bit to go, and he's praying for answers. So I think with a lot of our issues, it's good to ask for guidance. What is your deity? What is your way of worshiping? Do you pray to God? Do you pray to the angels? Whatever it is, to ask for guidance from spirit. That this is very important for us spiritually, to go ahead and ask for that guidance. We don't have all the answers. We are running out of resources in a lot of ways. I see a lot of soldiers out fighting in the field. I see this as being, some of our soldiers are mothers trying to raise a child by herself, or some of our soldiers in this country or this world or whatever country you're in are soldiers who are just trying to get a job to feed their family. So really think about what it is that you need guidance for, that you don't know what in the hell you're doing about. If you don't know what you're doing, ask for guidance spiritually. If you are hurting spiritually, you ask for guidance. You pray. This is the front of the card. There's the man. It looks like a knight in armor praying. And some cups are full in the back. Most of them are empty and on the ground. So he's looking like he's really, really praying hard for an answer. That's the conclusion of this reading. I wanted to also go into the fact that I have classes that I can teach one-on-one, and I am running a special right now. You can go to my website. It's at the bottom of the screen, AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com, or you can reach me on Facebook, Anna Olson Intuitive. So I'm so glad that you listened to me today. Go ahead and email me. You can contact me on my website page or on Facebook with any questions. And I just really hope that I can hear from as many people as possible. I also wanted to go into the fact that I definitely do Reiki. I do readings. I also do medical readings. I've been doing those, and those have been going really well. I'm going to conclude my show tonight, and I just hope everybody has a wonderful week. I will see you next time.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Gemma's Spirit World with Gemma. Live from GemmaSpiritWorld.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Gemma's Spirit World
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everybody. I am Gemma, your host tonight. How are we doing? My goodness, how crazy has this week been? Can you believe that we're actually at the end of January? Where has the last few weeks gone? To me, it just feels like it's been one big warm-up before the year's like January feels like a big warm-up to me. So it's like, yeah, I guess because I'm was still in holiday mode. It was still school holidays. But this week the children have gone back, and it just feels like it's just been a crazy busy week with work and also on the home front. So it's been lots of organising, and it's been really good. It's really good to get back into routine. I'm a routine kind of person, but at the same time, I love holidays, and I love to just have no routine and just go with the flow. And it's just not have to have any structure. So, but to get back into routine, I've been ready. I'm fully recharged, and I just can't believe that we're at the end of the month. I'm like, only 11 more months to go. So yeah, so that's super crazy. Work-wise, wow, it's been huge. I've had lots of loved ones that have passed away. I think coming into this new year, not my loved ones, but lots of clients, they've had lots of loved ones pass away, and it's been a week of connecting them in the spirit world. It's been very emotional, but it's also brought my clients a lot of comfort, just to know that they aren't alone, they aren't in pain, and they've actually had, they come through with messages. When I connect with spirit, generally they will show me memories or something so significant that only my client know that I have a family member in the room. The room will get really hot because there's so much energy going around as well. But it's just lovely to connect loved ones up, because you just don't know who's going to come through in any of my sessions that I do. So it was just lovely, and it just brings so much comfort to them, knowing that they aren't alone here, and because we all miss our loved ones when they do pass away. So they're always constantly on our minds, and I know that, our loved ones are always sending messages. So, and messages as simple as like listening, hearing their favourite songs or something that, just hearing or seeing or getting words from, messages of anything that comes into your life each day. So it's really been just lovely connection. I also enjoyed this week. I've had lots of connections with connecting everyone up with their animal spirit guides. I work closely to the animal kingdom, and it's one of my favourite things. I have total respect for all animals, and I love that I can connect each and every one up. And we've had some unusual animals pop through, and I know that like when my animals, or not mine, their animals come through, they can be quite like animals like huge. I feel too from there, sorry. animals is I sit with their energy and pass through messages and how they can help my clients in what situations or what they're going through at the moment. So it's really nice to share some insight into their spirit animals. We've had this week, we've had sloths, we've had dolphins come through, we've had wolves. I've actually had a white line come through. I've always seen the golden line colour, but to have a white line come through was absolutely beautiful. I just woke up the other morning because I actually have two wolves and really big wolves, and I've had them for quite a while in my journey. And I woke up the other day and my son was next to me. He's like, "Oh my goodness, Mummy, I see a big wolf around your head." And I'm like, "Yes, that's my spirit wolf." And it was just really cool to see my 6-year-old can see him as well. He also mentions I had a rat on my shoulder, and I'm not a big fan of rats, but rats symbolize for a lot of things, and are very busy creatures of organising and gathering. So I've done a lot of organising pretty much in the last week, trying to get everything organised for school. So it's just really nice that, my children can also see what I see, and maybe it's something that as they get older too, that they will have the gift that I do as well. So, so let's get to our callers. Enough about me. I'm ready to connect. So we have Michelle in New York, USA. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I just feel your heart. I just feel like I need to give you a hug. I've just got this. I feel like I'm really. What I keep seeing around you at the moment is that it's like you're trying to come up for air. That it's been really chaotic around you. There's lots going around your life. So if you don't mind me asking, what areas can I help you in?
I guess my future. I don't know if I can get more specific. Maybe career or relationship.
Yep. Okay. Oh my goodness! I've got all these. I just had this. How do I explain it? I've had like this massive energy ball just go right through me, and I feel really like a lot is weighing on your shoulders at the moment. I know there's lots of unanswered questions for you. What I do keep seeing, work-wise, are you not working at the moment? Because I see that there's lots on the home front, but what I keep seeing for you is that whether you're looking for work, because it just says that my head, not clouded, I just feel like there's a lot going on. Oh my goodness, wait up 1 second, that's the postman. I knew he would arrive. 1 second.
Yep.
1 second, Michelle. Excuse me,
That's
can you
okay.
just leave it there, please? Hello? Can you leave it at the front door? Thank you. Yeah, just
Hello.
I would have a new I
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
okay. With your work, are you still looking for work at the moment?
So I am working, but I'm actively waiting on a job right now.
Oh, okay. It's interesting because what I keep seeing for you, what I keep seeing is the reason why I asked you about work, it's like you're at your home front, but you're looking out and you're waiting to go to work, but it's like you're waiting for something. That's what I was seeing, and what I was seeing, I didn't see. So the current job you're working at the moment, does it not give you enough hours? Because I keep seeing that you're more at home than you are more working. Does this make sense to you? Because I keep seeing you on the front doorstep at home, and it's like you're waiting at the front door and you're waiting to go to work. So it just lets me know that, you know, the current job that you're in at the moment it doesn't provide enough hours. There's something that's lacking in that role that you work at the moment, but you currently spend a lot more hours at home. Does this resonate with you?
I do get a good amount of hours, but I also spend a lot of time at home. I feel like the job I'm at now, it isn't for me. So
yes,
that also makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I feel as well, because I just know that there's lots of I just have this feeling around your work, and it feels very heavy. Like it's actually it seems to have brought more chaos into your life than it's actually done you any good, if that makes sense. It feels like there's a lot of political, there's a lot of drama, there's lots going on at work. So with your new work, with you waiting to hear back from this job at the moment, I keep seeing that you've been waiting patiently. What I keep hearing is that within the next 3 weeks, I also keep seeing, because I keep seeing you driving a lot, but it feels like there's a bit of a drive to this new job, but it's still very close to home. So there still seems like there's lots of driving. Does this resonate with you? Because I keep seeing you getting in the car and driving. It feels like there's more work. Sorry?
Yes, it's for a police officer.
Oh, okay. So hence why there's lots of driving for you. Okay. So yes, I do see that this is, you're going to get this job, because I keep seeing the amount of driving that's involved. Also, what I keep seeing around for you, I get number 3s. I've got lots of number 3s around you. Can you resonate with number 3s in your life at the moment?
I guess not. I can't really. I mean, I don't really pay attention, but not that I can think of.
And that's okay, because the energy around 3 is all about letting go and freedom and being able to be creative in the way that you express yourself. And what it lets me know is that, this is a job that, this position in the workforce is that it's something that you're really looking forward to getting out there and really showing yourself, who you are, to everyone. It's like it just feels like this is your time to shine this year. What I keep getting for you is that 3 weeks. I keep getting 3 weeks. I also keep seeing there's I keep getting third position. I'm not sure what third position means for you, but I also keep seeing a building around you. And when I see this building, and it may be something that, unless that's the work where you're at now, but it feels like you're more indoors. So with the current job, is it more indoors for you?
Yes, it's completely indoors.
Yeah. And so the job that you're wanting to do with the driving, it's more out and about, isn't it?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay. And that's what I keep seeing. I keep getting the big thumbs up. So yes, it's all going to happen for you. I also keep seeing that I've got number 8s around you, so there's going to be that help with money. There's assistance coming your way as well. Like there's an influx or abundance of money coming your way as well. I also feel the pressure of this money that's coming to you is going to help with a lot of other things that's going on in your life as well. More to do around relationships as well. I keep seeing I've got people reaching out with you, they've got their hands and they're reaching out to you. So whether there's family members or someone in the family that keeps taking from you, Does this resonate with you around money?
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
With money,
you know,
I don't know.
Don't be afraid to. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
What I keep hearing is don't be afraid to set those clear boundaries clearer. So it's like you have a big heart, and it's like whoever's like coming towards you, what I keep seeing is asking for money. Don't, you know, you've got a big heart, you're always reaching out, you're always the one to rescue, you know, always the one to help out. So just be careful that you don't get taken advantage of, and more so around family members, because it's, you know, so close to our heart with family being so close. I think it's more travel for you, unless there's, have you got any kind of holiday, not holiday, but something on a plane coming up? So I've got a plane coming through as well. But interesting, when this plane's coming over, whether you're waiting for someone to arrive as well by plane, can you resonate the plane at all?
Resonate with what?
The plane that I keep seeing.
Oh, a plane?
Yes.
No, I don't think so, but I definitely want to travel. I guess that's a connection.
Yes, okay, and that's what, there's travel there, so that lets me know that there's lots of travel around you, and it feels very close as well. I've got this plane, and it feels very close, and it feels like that's from now into the next 3 months, even now into 6 months. So this year there's travel in a plane, is what I keep seeing for you.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, and I also, I've got something else coming in. It's probably health at the moment. Are you a sweet tooth? Do you enjoy your sweet? Sugar?
Yeah.
I keep seeing desserts, but that's like the sweet lolly stuff. I keep seeing sweets, and what I keep seeing is that to limit them more in the afternoon than during the day. What I keep seeing around the sweets. I'm sorry, what was that? Yeah, so that's what I keep seeing with also.
Can you still hear me?
I keep cutting out. Michelle, what I keep seeing around you, I keep seeing a younger child around you, like a baby. Have you had someone in the family or that had a baby recently, but this baby feels quite close to you?
A baby that's close to me?
Yes.
Well, my boyfriend, he has 2 kids, but I'm not that close to them.
Yep, okay. And they're in your life, like I keep seeing this, okay, so maybe that's, okay. I just keep, okay, and they, okay, so I keep seeing this baby around you, like a toddler, like, yeah, so it's like, and they feel like they're in your life around you. Let me just see what this is showing. Okay, and I know that you said you're not close to them, but do you actually see them a fair bit though, or do they come into your life a fair bit? Because it's like, just trying to see why I keep seeing them really close up in front of you. Do they, how do I explain? I'm not sure why. I just keep seeing that they're basically in the home front, but they're not always there. Does that resonate? So these children aren't always in your home?
They're not always in my home, but they're always in his life. So I would suggest that's that.
And that's also has been some issues in your relationship, just with more. It feels like more with the. It's just it feels like there's ongoing issues, probably more so from his side, but it seems like it kind of creates like a bit of, what's the word? It creates lots of emotions, but it can create a lot of problems in the fact there's miscommunications in what's going on. It seems like he's got a lot of loose ends is what I keep saying. And it's like there's a lot of frustration around, I just keep seeing there's a lot of tension. There's something going around your partner's life, and it's like he's got lots of loose ends to tie up, but at the same time, there seems to be like there's a lot of frustration around, it just seems like there's something always going on in his life. Does that resonate with his energy?
Yes, 100%. Our relationship is not going well, so I'm not too sure how much longer we'll be together.
Yeah, and I see that there's a lot of issues and there's a lot of stuff that he needs to work out, because I feel that, it holds you back is what I'm feeling, and it's like you've got these beautiful wings to fly, and it really, your focus in your work, everything just seems to be, it's just like a distraction basically, but what I keep seeing is that it just seems to be that there's communication, but there's also interesting trust out, more so like insecurities as well. So just I keep seeing that the pot boiling over, so certain things don't get addressed, and then what happens is they boil over, and then it just, it feels like it's pretty much in what I keep seeing, it's like you're going through a storm basically, and it just feels like never ending. So the same things just keep on happening, and it's like, there's a lot going on there. And what I keep seeing around your partner is that, it's interesting because he doesn't always live with you, does he? Because I keep seeing him driving elsewhere away from, you don't live together all the time, do you?
No.
Okay, so that's what I keep seeing, and that also gives you the distance to have your personal space when you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I see that with work, with your new job, it's going to allow you to express yourself more and to be able to, I need to wrap this up. Sorry, I need to express yourself more, and I see that this job is going to bring more happiness to you, and it's going to give you clearer insight into what's going on in your relationship, because you're going to have more energy for your job rather than what's going on the home front. Because enough's enough is what I keep hearing. But I also know that you know in your heart what's the best thing to do right now.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting for the right moment because
yes,
I truly believe this won't work out, and from the sounds of it definitely won't.
Yeah, that's what I get the feeling as well. Michelle, I'm going to have to end our call, but it was lovely to connect with you tonight, and I wish you all the very best with your new job, because I know it's going to be exciting and lots of new changes coming your way, but all for the better, and you're going to be a lot happier. So keep on doing what you're doing and just work out where you're in the next 3 weeks, because the 3 seems to be very important in your life at the moment.
Alrighty, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you. We have Jeannie from Columbia, Pennsylvania, USA. Jeannie.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Sorry, lovely, for keeping you on the line.
Hi.
Hi, how can I help you tonight?
I was wondering if you could tell me if I have any spirits around me.
Yes, I was just about to say, you have a male energy around you at the moment. Have you had a loved one pass, a male in your family?
Yes.
Okay, because I knew exactly what you're going to ask me for. I also feel that, oh my goodness, because he's really, okay, so I have this male in, like, around me at the moment, and he's hugging me, but he's hugging me from the front. So he wants to hug me from the front, like he's really holding on to me. He's also letting me know that, just a question around his passing, was there, like, I keep saying water, but at the same time, I just feel like there was a lack of oxygen, if that makes sense. Does that resonate with you? I just want to confirm this loved one with you.
Maybe my father or my uncle.
Okay, lack of oxygen. I keep seeing water as well. I also keep seeing that. Okay, and I've got two other spirits here in the room, loved ones, and they're all joined together. So they're actually, they feel like they're three males because they're quite big energies. They've also, they've got like their arms around their shoulders. They've joined up. Does this resonate with another two males in your life that have passed away?
Yes, I have two uncles that passed away.
Yes, okay, so they're here right now. They've joined up together. They have met up and they are together. They've also keep saying that to keep your head up high. They're also letting me know that you're going through some difficulties at the moment, and it feels like it's a lot of outside, what I keep saying is outside, what's the word, outside communication. There's people on the outside trying to, I don't know, whether manipulate the situation or manipulate you in a way to, there's outside stuff. I can't explain it. So around your home life, around your personal life, you've got people trying to, I don't know, there's some kind of, how do I explain it? Unsettledness. There's stuff that doesn't feel like it's been resolved. Yes, that's resonating with you?
My stepdaughter. And then we also have my grandbaby and my son's baby's mom starting stuff too.
Okay, because there's lots going on and everyone's in that, you know, it's quite, yeah, I just what I keep hearing is that communication is the key, and as hard as everyone's emotions are and it's the grief that everyone's going through, just to keep communicating, you know, find space and to know that your loved ones are around you and they are together and they're together and pain-free, and they just basically want everyone to connect, rejoice, celebrate the past and remember the memories. Sorry, I'm going to have to end our conversation. I wish I had more time to chat with you about your loved ones. I've got 30 seconds, so I'm just letting you know that the three males in your life are together. They're strong and they're letting me know that keep the peace. Keep the peace is what I keep hearing.
Okay, how do I get more time?
You can contact me on Gemma Spirit World. I can talk to you through there. My Facebook,
what is it called?
Gemma Spirit World.
Gemma Spirit World.
Yeah, Gemma Spirit World, Facebook, and I can communicate with you through messages, and I can do that as soon as I log off.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, and welcome to Thursday. Oh my gosh, another week has gone by so quickly, and I hope everyone is doing fantastic. So if you have listened to any of my shows in the past, you have heard me talking about my ramblings of gratitude. And ramblings of gratitude is a really fantastic way to give your conscious mind something to do. Now, everybody knows that our conscious mind, our ego mind, whatever you want to call it, affects our everyday life. It affects our emotions. It affects everything around us. And so sometimes it's really fantastic to give that conscious mind something to do, rather than maybe being, negative or looking for something derogatory to think about. So giving the conscious mind something to do, something to focus on, positive things to focus on, not only helps us to raise our vibration and make us feel better, put us in a better state of mind, but it also reminds us of the little things that we should be grateful for. Little things that we go through our days, each and every day, and may not even think about at all. And so these ramblings of gratitude just opens that door up to so many more possibilities. So what does that look like? Well, if you've listened to any of my other shows, I've focused on one subject and have showed you how to focus on that one subject and talk about that one subject in order to raise your vibration and to bring that positive force towards you. So there's other ways you can do this. So say you're standing in line at the grocery store, and rather than reading all of the magazine headlines that are sitting there on the shelf, you can occupy your mind with some ramblings of gratitude. This is what it might look like, right? Wow, they've remodeled the store. It looks really fantastic. I like how there's so many more lines so that I can get in and out of the store with so much more ease. It's fantastic how they have laid the store out a little bit better. And wow, look, they've repainted and they've moved things around. Wow, that's really great. It just makes the space feel a lot more open, a lot more comfortable. And look at the employees that are standing behind the cash registers. They've all got smiles on their faces. They're all helping the customers. Wow, that's really fantastic. I'm going to go up there and give them just a really big kudos for doing their job today and just being present here. So you can kind of see how this goes. It's just a matter of picking up on things around you
to make you feel a little bit better about the situation. You know, you can do this at any time. You can do this while driving. You can notice the things, you know, going down the road. Wow, it's sunny out today. How fantastic is that? I'm so glad to get a break from the rain. And look, because it's sunny, everybody's going the speed limit. There's no traffic jam. So I'm going to get to my destination a lot earlier than expected. How fantastic is that? So there's a lot of ways that you can do this, just to occupy your mind, put yourself into that other space, to be more present, in what it is that you need to be and could be and should be thankful for. Because as we go out throughout our day, so many of us have blinders on, and sometimes we get stuck in that rut. And I will be the first one to say, I'm one of those people. I can get stuck in that rut so easily. And it's so important to get out of that rut and to remember what you are grateful for, why you are grateful for those things. And say thank you for those things that you're grateful for. You know, at the end of your rambling, you can say, wow, thank you. Thank you so much for getting me to my destination on, you know, a lot earlier than anticipated or right on time. It's just fantastic. Thank you for this. I'm so grateful for that. So end it with something really thankful and positive, and see if that doesn't raise your vibration. See if that doesn't put you in a different emotional state of mind. Because if you do this often enough, you will find that it will shift you, change your emotional body. Now, if you do this and it's not very successful the very first time you do it, don't worry. Keep working on it. Keep practicing. This is something that is not inherent in our beings. So it's something we need to work at a little bit. So don't give up. Keep practicing. Any little time that your mind is free, give it something positive to work with and to talk about and to think about. And eventually you're going to see the shifting and the changing and the way that you feel about your surroundings. And you know, if you feel great about your surroundings and your environment, everything else falls nicely. So, little tip on my ramblings of thankfulness, or gratitude. So try that out and see how that works for you. And if you have questions about it, reach out to me on my Facebook page, Julie Yeager Walker Medium, or you can go to my Facebook page, Your Time to Shine. Ask questions about it. I'd be happy to help you get through that stage and point out some areas, some books and other things that might be positive and helpful for you in your ramblings of gratitude. So with that, we are going to go to the phone lines. We have Tamara in Victoria, Australia. Good evening, Tamara.
Good evening to you, Julie.
How are you this evening?
I'm fantastic, thank you. Very curious.
Oh, good. What can we do for you tonight?
I'm just wanting to possibly see, hear what possibly is in store for me, or if there's any messages coming through from the other side. Just anything that comes to your mind, really.
Okay, perfect. Well, let me just take a minute here. I'm going to tune into your loved ones on the other side and see what they have to bring through to you. And so hold on just a minute. There might be just a minute or so of silence here, but I'm just taking a minute to tune in, okay?
More than fine, Julie. Thank you.
So, Tamara, you have very enthusiastic loved ones on the other side.
they're so excited to get a chance to connect with you tonight. I'm seeing visions of it's a male figure. Now, I don't know that that's necessarily who is coming through, but it's a male figure with a hat and like an old-fashioned suitcase, and he's very excited, and he's just walking down the road, strutting down the road. Do you have a vacation coming up or something exciting on that end that's coming up? Because I'm being shown, of a very exciting event coming up.
I am in between moving houses.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're showing me that this because they're bringing somebody through that's moving very, very quickly. So I'm assuming this transition that you're doing is moving very quickly, maybe even quicker than what you were really mentally prepared for. And somehow you're feeling a little discombobulated and a little unprepared.
Yes.
Your loved ones are saying, don't worry. It's all for your best and highest good. They're right there behind you, helping you get things organized and, everything basically put into rhythm so that you're going to be able to get through this transition quickly and easily.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very, very excited. It's like I want to get up and kick my heels together. It's a very joyous occasion.
That's positive then. It doesn't feel like it at the moment. That's good to know.
Yes, sometimes when we're in the middle of something like that, it doesn't quite feel that way. But when you get through that and you kind of stop and you look back at the chain of events, you go, okay, I understand why that happened. And so they're kind of showing me right now that that's where you are right now, feeling very rushed, feeling disorganized. But they say everything is just going to turn out really smoothly. It might be at the last minute, but they said trust in knowing that it's all going to be taken care of and it's going to go smooth for you. They're showing me that this is for a very long time, and it's quite overdue, they're saying. So they're really happy to see this finally come into fruition for you.
Okay, yep.
Are you moving into a larger space, or hang on, let me see what they're trying to show me.
Yeah.
I feel like there's elbow room. I don't know if it's like elbow room within the space that you're going to, or if it's like around you. You're kind of getting away from all the hubbub. So almost like moving from city life to maybe a little bit suburbia, where you get a little more elbow room, a little more surrounding you, where you can kind of take a deep breath and go, okay, this feels so much better.
Okay.
There's a calmer energy around this move. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but once you get in and you get settled, it's a very calm energy. And you're going to think, wow, why didn't I do this a lot sooner? But they're wanting to remind you it's all about timing. And up until now, the timing wasn't right.
Okay.
Hang on just a minute. I'm trying to understand what they're bringing through right now.
That's fine.
I feel like there's an energy coming through right now, or a loved one coming through that is either like a sibling or somebody that you felt like you were really close to, like a sibling.
I've been pretty fortunate in the way of siblings and friends not passing.
Oh, I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I've been very fortunate in the way of no siblings of mine or any friends have passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a very close relationship with you. I get that it's a female energy.
Okay.
I was asking if it was like a past life experience, and I'm getting no, that it's in this current life. So you might sit with this for a little bit, but this female energy is coming in. It's very strong, but but yet it's very soft.
Okay.
I'm being shown that this person had a little bit of a tough life, and they're coming through to bring you strength and to remind you that you can do anything that you set your mind to.
Is it an older figure or a younger figure?
I'm picking up that that's an older female, an older energy. It's like this ancestry feeling, this ancestry energy that's moving around. Yeah, it's a very different energy. But again, they're saying that part is not as important as knowing that that you have all the right tools that you need right now in order to do everything you're trying to accomplish in your life.
Okay.
And sometimes you don't pull all the resources and all the tools that you have. They're saying don't forget your friends and family. They're very invaluable in helping you get to your next level. Yeah. Is there anything else? They're kind of pulling back a little bit, so that indicates to me that they don't have. They basically said what they've needed to say, that they've come to say. Is there any other questions that you have? Okay. Well, we are going to move on to Cheryl. Cheryl in Leduc, Canada, Alberta, Canada. Good evening, Cheryl. Welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Julie.
Hi there.
Hi,
How are
Julie.
you?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What can we do for you tonight?
Just wondering about finances. Of course, everybody wants to know about that. And health.
Health.
And anything else that you pick up on.
Okay. Did you say finances?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, hang on. Let me tune in here. Okay. So they're showing me, as far as finances, they're showing me that there's a steady stream of financial abundance that flows into you. It's showing me that it's flowing in, but it flows out really quickly. but that it is continuous, that it is continually flowing in. They say you're a good money manager, and you know how to work. You know how to work those finances. They're showing me that. They're showing me that it's like they're taking a knife or something and they're scraping. So it looks like things have been a little tough or a little rough here recently. Yeah. And they say that they know that it has been tough. They want you to know that they recognize that, and they're working this out for you. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to see what they're saying here. Hang on one moment.
Sure.
So I'm asking if you have a resistance to this money, you know, the financial that's coming in, and they're showing me no. They're showing me that the money is flowing in. It may not be as comfortable as you would want it to be, or that you are hoping that it would be. So they're asking you to envision yourself standing at a doorway and opening up that doorway and seeing the money flow in, and actually stepping aside and letting that come in. Because there's like a tiny little bit of resistance there. It's not bad, but they say that you visualizing this will kind of help overcome that hurdle a little bit. They're saying this is just a little bump in the road. It's not going to last. It's not going to last. Right. So it might last a little longer than what you're hoping for, but they say stay strong. It's not going to be that way for a long time. It's like I don't ever see, they're showing me the flow of the money. I never see it like cut off or any, I mean, it's just a steady stream. So know that they are working this out for you on the other side, and that's going to shift and change for you.
Great.
Remind me again what your other question was.
About health.
Oh, health. Okay. Hang on one moment. So overall, they're showing me that your health is good. They are saying that you don't get out enough to exercise, and they're saying you don't have to be physical and sweat and do all of that to be to exercise, but you need to get out into nature. You need to get out and you need to walk, or if you can do like yoga. They're showing me that yoga would be really, really beneficial for you. But something to move and stretch your body. And also, you need to be taking in a lot more water. You're very dehydrated right now. And your body and your cells are needing that water and that movement to be able to help you move forward and achieve some of those things. Because right now you're feeling a little sluggish, and they're showing me that if you take in that water and you take in some movement, even if it's 10 minutes a day, it doesn't have to be anything real great. Get up in the morning and find some yoga poses, or maybe even some Pilates moves that you could just really easily do at your house early in the morning. Get that body moving and get it up and running, and then immediately start working with some water, and see if you can find some trace minerals that you can put in your water, because that's going to help hydrate your body a little bit more as well.
Okay. Do you see me moving or buying where I am?
Okay, hang on one moment. I'm getting a big thumbs up on staying where you're at. Okay. They're saying a move right now is, even though it might look really inviting for you to do that, they're saying that's not the right time right now.
Okay.
That where you are right now is, what are they showing me? The best way I can describe it is it's the best place for your soul to be right now. To bring you peace, and to bring you that next step. Now, you may not be there for very long. I feel like you won't be there too awful long before you move and make that transition. But they're saying right now you need to stay where you're at.
Okay.
So, well, Cheryl, we are coming down to the last few seconds of our show, and I just want to say thank you so much for calling in and allowing me to bring you some messages from your loved ones.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I very well appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye for now.
Okay. Well, that does it for us. Another day in another night, actually, in the books. Catch me over at my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com, at my Facebook page, Julie Yeager Walker Medium, and Your Time to Shine Facebook page. Everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Avid Advice Live with Fia Johansson. Live from AvidAdviceLive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Avid Advice Live
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. You may know me as the #1 success coach in America, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and also the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And this show is a lot about helping you get from where you are now to where you want to be. And we're going to help you do that today. I have a fabulous guest today with me, Fia Johansson. She is an amazing being who is going to share, I think, some powerful information that will transform your life with us today. She is a entrepreneur's coach, a coach of entrepreneurs, and also a keynote speaker. And those terms don't even begin to talk about the depth of who you are. So we'll unpack that a little bit. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So tell us a bit about that. You know, you're a coach, you're a speaker. Tell us about yourself, some background perhaps, and a little about your work. Just get started.
After I got Master of Psychology, I asked myself, now what? Okay, you got Master of Psychology, you're in your practice 8 hours a day, and you're just listening to people who came in and just crying, feel anxious, not happy, not feeling okay, and always connected to themselves about their past, not looking forward for the future. Then how you can change this? Well, nobody teach us in high school and university what means conscious and subconscious. But I learned, and I felt, okay, you do have a Master of Psychology. You did a lot of businesses at the age of 22. So you know how to be or help all the entrepreneurs out there. And most of those amazing problems, they come from finance. But how can you help them to achieve faster? And instead, they're walking into your office and talk about, I can't do it, I'm not happy. They just focus on something that they can do it, and they will, and they are going to. And from there, I named myself Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
How to hijack someone's subconscious mind, how to make him and her happier and healthier and wealthier about herself or himself, and how to make them to become successful. Just to know the secret between conscious and subconscious.
So let's unpack that for a minute, if you will. What is the secret to know between the conscious?
Well, what's happening in our life, who we are today, is all because of our subconscious. Mm-hmm. So how we attract things to ourselves? Because of our conscious. So if we consciously connecting to positivities, replace negative thought to positive thought. So subconsciously, we are attracting positivities, monies, energies, and people. You was the one that taught me in so many years how we can use our subconscious mind, our brain, to get what we want. Mm-hmm. So you've been my mentor for so many years, Jack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have been your mentor. I think in many ways you've gone beyond me and some of your understandings of this work and your ability to assist people with that, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. I read all your books, and I was amazed by each of them.
Thank you.
And you taught me a lot, and I found the secret in between conscious and subconscious, which after so many years, I'm teaching all my students, followers, fans, over 2 million followers, fans worldwide, and I'm talking about you so highly, and I'm telling them, just ask and receive. And they asking me, what do you mean ask? I said, well, Jack said, ask and receive, because you always says ask, never just refuse to ask. And then they said, like, what is in between asking and receiving? And what is in between asking and subconscious mind? I said, well, you are asking. That means consciously you put yourself through on fear or no problem in whatsoever you can think in your business or in your private life. And subconsciously, when you are asleep, your brain is starting to recognize, realize, and bring things to attention, to universe. And the frequencies will bring everything back to your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is all about frequencies and vibration.
Absolutely. We are all based on energies, and you know that, Jack.
I do. When you're teaching your students, in addition to what you just said, are there other things you do to teach them to raise their vibration, raise their frequencies?
Exactly.
Can you share some of those?
Well, some people ask me, how can I do that? Well, like on the way here, I just put on the music. I'm so excited. So everybody was like, oh, I love this music, and I'm excited. I got excited. Like, yes, like you guys, I mean, they can easily do with some memories, something that they make them to feel happy. Let's say that we do have like a bad day or something had happened last week, we are not feeling happy. I was like, you know what? Change it, replace it. It's all thought. To me, there's no such a thing as a bad thought and good thought. It's all thought. We are the producer of those thoughts. If I'm gonna have a drama in my life, so I produce a drama and became a drama queen. If I want action, I produce action. If I want calmness and happiness, I produce calmness and happiness and family movies. So just do it the way that you want. And it's all thought. And that's what people kind of think of, you're right. Yeah, replace it. Positive thought. Because this is all your thought. You can change it in a second and minutes. And that's what they do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you and I are involved in a book together.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
Good.
Exactly. I'm so excited about that book. And I'm so happy to co-author together with you. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And I still can't believe that I've been asked by you. And I'm just so grateful. So a lot of people ask me, what is all about? What is all about success? And they ask me, what means? Means that how you can easily, but very gradually and nicely succeed in what you want in your life. And it's all about strategy. What type of strategy of your life you have to choose or have in order to succeed. So Success Strategy book, for a lot of my students, followers, and fans, it's going to be the biggest book ever. They're going to change their life, and I know they will, and I know it's going to.
How do you define success for you?
To me, success means when you are happy, when you find your happiness. Success means you do things that you love. You feel things that you love. You connect with things that you love. And to me, success, divine with love.
Beautiful.
It's divine love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're a producer of a film called The Game Masters, which I'm really eager to see. Talk about the movie.
Well, it's all about sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, human traffickings, and it's telling what's happening around us, around countries, Middle Eastern and all other places. In that way, I would say I was very blessed to get connect with a lot of powerful people, police, law enforcement, who they would love to help me to bring it to a lot of people's attention, what's going on around us, around the world. And that taught me a lot, and I'm very happy and blessed that I could. And is still continuing, is still get going. We are going to have another movie which coming, and it's going to be almost continuing the same way, but we are going to let other people know about more political stuff, things which is behind and all this stuff. I know that there's a lot of people maybe not really like that when we look them in the eyes, but we're just trying to show people what's going on around and what means human trafficking, what means when a woman, beautiful, gorgeous ladies who came from other countries without knowing what she's going, where she's going, how she's doing, and what happened to her, and what else is going to happen in the world. So there's a lot behind it.
What drew you into that project?
Well, as you know, I'm also medium, so basically this is my bonus. So I'm working with law enforcement, police officers, private investigators, and also intelligence services. So I saw a lot with my own eyes. I feel a lot with my own heart. And I felt I need to make a movie. I need to bring it to attention to other people as well. They need to know about it. And this is the truth, the real truths of everything that we have on a daily basis, but we have no idea if it's even exists or not. So that made me to feel that take an action, making movies, and let everybody knows about it.
So most people out there would say, oh, I see something, I'm going to make a movie. I mean, most people would feel overwhelmed by even committing to doing such a big thing.
It's hard. It's not easy. Making a movie is not easy. Being a producer is not easy because you have to connect with a lot of people. And in Hollywood, well, as I always says, there is impossible Hollywood and impossible Hollywood. So you have to get connected with impossible, but to me, because I just choose the name as Impossible Hollywood, everything has to say yes, and they're gonna just go for it, and we are going to shake hands. But it was hard. It was not easy, and having the commitment to a lot of people, let them to commit with you, make their promises come around, and get things move on. It's just not easy. It wasn't easy, but I believe in one thing. If you want to do something, and if you do have enough belief in what you are doing and the message that you want to send to the world, then universe will help you no matter what. So that's what universe helped me. So I found most amazing actors and actress. I found amazing, basically investors, and I found amazing A-list actress who basically wanted and would love to get in touch and get in tune with it. And I loved the way that they wanted to, kind of get engaged and shaking hand with me and just say, we are here for you. For whatever you are doing, we are here to support you.
Beautiful. Is the movie a drama or a documentary, or what's the...
It's drama.
Drama.
Yeah, action drama.
Very good. Well, good for you. That's impressive.
I have another things that coming up soon. Next movie. Maybe I should just make a movie of your life.
That's already been done.
Well, we can do another version.
Okay.
You just said that you birthed again about 2 days ago.
I went through a very transformative experience just a week ago, and I feel very different. So maybe we'll make a movie about that.
Definitely. For sure.
I'm just wondering who you'll cast as me. That'll be interesting.
It's going to be, I'm so sure. I'm also working with a lot of charities, and I open my own charities because I believe through knowledge, people can understand themselves better. They can fool each other. They can hate each other. So basically, through knowledge, you can really find through yourself and build yourself up. So that's why I built my Cultivating Knowledge, charity or foundation, which is there's a lot of celebrities already been involved and helped me on that, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that as well. And also, I'm co-authoring book with Jiu-Jitsu master in United States. He was the one who basically brought Jiu-Jitsu to United States, or his family basically found the Jiu-Jitsu. And I have to take you there because you need to definitely train with Riga Machado. So he's trained all celebrities, A-list celebrities in Beverly Hills, and you name it, he's trained.
Wow, that's great.
And he's an awesome guy, like humble, like nice teddy bear, so kind in so many ways, and I know you're gonna love him.
Oh, I look forward to that. That's exciting. So
yeah, would love to co-author with him and just tell about his success stories, because it's amazed me. I mean, I cried when he started to tell about himself and telling what he did. I almost cried. I was like, wow, couldn't even believe that you went through all those things, and then wow, that's amazing success that you have, and all celebrities, one after each other, just like walking to his academy. It was like, wow, I'm amazed by you, man. What type of power you have? Tell me about your secret. And he always says, well, you know my secret, Fia? Subconscious mind, huh? He's funny.
That's beautiful, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. There are so many stories that need to be told. So many people walking the planet who have these inspirational lives, and the people need more of that. I think we need a few less Transformer movies and a few more stories like that to really talk about true transformation.
Exactly.
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 Coming.
Yeah, good for you.
It's coming.
So, is there if you had like one main message for everyone out there, like, what would you say to them? What do you want to impart to people?
Well, there's two messages out there, basically. One of my most important message to you guys who basically wants to open new businesses, became an entrepreneur and not knowing what to do. So find a good investors, find a good productive group of people, and number 3, just get into the market and nail it. And my second message, you already have a company and you are already successful, but you are tired and you don't know where to go and what to do because you just feel bored and you want to make more money, but not more money coming. Well, my advice is hire the coach and mentor, me and Jack. We know how to do to make you to feel fun, happy, and connected to yourself again. Because there's a lot of successful people already. You guys make money, they make money. They do not have any problem of making money. But happiness, they do have issues with happiness. Mm-hmm. How they can connect with themselves, with their own soul. And how can I just feel satisfied? I feel satisfied when it comes to my family, when it comes to money, when it comes to my, 7 Ferraris, Lamborghinis, whatever, but I'm not still satisfied with myself. Well, we can help you guys to feel satisfied with your soul together with Jack.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Now, obviously, you have your book, you have your coaching programs, you do mediumship, all this stuff. If people want to get in touch with you to find out more, take advantage of what you have to offer, where do they go?
Well, I do have a very strong social media, Persian Medium. So it's very strong. It's over 1,300,000 of followers, which I'm very grateful and happy for that. I have my Facebook, which is about 500,000 followers, which is I'm grateful and thankful for that. I have PersianMedium.com, which if you guys go to PersianMedium.com, they can get all the news worldwide. And some people, they want to just like have some conversation with me kind of on the phone in a confidential way. They don't want to mention about their name. A lot of celebrities basically are communicating with me through that platform because they don't want to bring about their names or whatever it is. So it's Avid Advice, ABIDadvice.com is actually the secure and safe platform for all of you to just connect with me and ask me any questions from A to Z, and I'm here to help you out.
Beautiful. So now I understand you're working on another book too. Can you share with us what that is?
This is actually the book that I do with my husband. So me as a woman, he is a man. We are thinking how we are almost connecting with each other, like he's a pizza type of slide when it comes to his mind, his strategies, the feelings, or his life when it comes to the wife, to the kids, and everything. And I'm actually the sweet cake layers, which basically woman has life as a sweet cake, layers by layers by layers, but man has like a pizza sliders, like, you know what, this is a slide of my life, which is my career, the another slide is actually, you know, my wife, my kids, and my friends, and other stuff. So, but through that book, we are going to share why a lot of men and women, after 5 years, after 6 years, they feel bored and they can't handle each other anymore, and there is no sweet love anymore in between them. And why men and women, after 6 and maybe 10 years, not understanding each other's or each other's language, and the sex life is not actually working. What's going on? The same chemistry was about 10 years ago is not even working anymore. So how you can hit this up with knowing how this pizza slide and the sweet cake layers work together.
That's beautiful. That's so good, because the statistic is that 50% of all marriages end in divorce. So there's something in there about gluten-free. We won't go there, but we'll get...
I love that. Actually, that's fantastic. I love it.
But I think it's going to be such a contribution to so many people. So I'm really happy you're doing that.
Oh, thank you.
What's your husband's name? Let's give him a...
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah,
right,
Mr. Rick. So Rick is an amazing entrepreneur. Fantastic dad, and amazing husband, and I mean it. I'm a busy woman, 24 hours and 7 days, working with a million projects, but he is also doing the same things, but he's always there for our kids. We have 3 boys, 1 and 2.5, 5.5, and 7.5, as I remember. So, and they love him so much, and I'm so happy and lucky to have him as a husband, because without him, I wouldn't really become a successful person today. Because when you have everything cozy and happy at home, kids is happy and they're connected to themselves, then make you to feel powerful to continue, encourage you to trying to bring, money, love, passion, whatever they want in their life. But if he wasn't there, I wouldn't even do any of those, because my mind couldn't even actually settle in one thing, focus on one thing, and I couldn't be a multitasker.
Beautiful. Well, good for him and good for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm looking forward to the book.
That's me too. Let's see if women gonna hate him or love him, or if men gonna love me or hate me. I don't know. Let's say we figure it out later on.
I'm sure we will. Great.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Why you choose me to co-author with me?
I think you're an amazing being. You're one of the most fascinating people I've ever met. And I think you have deep, deep wisdom to impart with the world. And I want that wisdom out there. So anything I can do to support that in getting your message out, your energy out, having people realize you're a resource that's valuable, I would do that in a minute.
And by the way, I am also invited for 2 shows, like a reality shows, which is on their production already. Hopefully coming next year, and I would love to have you in one of my shows.
I would love to.
I can't wait.
My pleasure.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. That's exciting.
It's super exciting.
Well, I just see you at the top of a cliff, just diving off into the space and doing amazing things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, always my husband says, when someone says no to you, you get more challenge. I says, of course. Then never say no to me. So I was that's exactly what I say no to you, because I know exactly how to challenge you. So no to me is all challenge, and challenge to me is happiness, love, and prosperity. And I think challenge means that change the directions, feel happy again, and find your niche. Just every each of us has some talent, but not every each of us knows exactly how to use this talent. And just tap into the abilities that you have, that I always tell you guys. And I read all your books, and that's exactly what you says all the time. Find the real purpose of your life, and when you find the real purpose, then you know how to live. And that's exactly what I did. I found my purpose. My purpose is all about helping others, as you do.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. My purpose has always been inspiring and empowering people to live their highest vision.
Exactly. The highest power, the divine energies, the divine love. And everything actually is possible with divine love. Everything. Everything.
I think we'll end with that. That's a good statement. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, so you heard it here, and it's all available to you, and you deserve it. And so there are many places to go to receive that, but this woman here is one of the great supporters of your evolution. And so it's think about this as we end this show, that so many times opportunities come in front of you to actually give you the very thing you're looking for. And sometimes we pass it up. So don't do that this time. Take advantage of what she has to offer you. So thanks for joining us. Remember, everything's possible with divine love. You are divine love. And we're all here together to serve each other. And so I hope tonight or today, whenever you're watching this, that you've been served by us. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on Talking About Success.
Welcome back to the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative. I'm excited to introduce our next speaker, Ms. Fia Johansson, who's better known as the Persian medium and subconscious mind surgeon. She's a multi-talented motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. An author who works closely with law enforcement to help locate missing people and solve difficult criminal cases with detectives and as well as private investigators. Throughout her career, she's helped thousands of people identify personal roadblocks to help them truly believe in their own path to success, whatever that dream may be. Her greatest passion in life is helping others achieve their ultimate dreams and desires, teaching people to believe that truly anything is possible. Please help me welcome to the stage Ms. Fia Johansson.
Welcome back. Did you know that police departments across the country and even the CIA sometimes turn to psychics to help them solve cases? Victims' families looking for answers also turn to mediums for closure. Fiona Johansson is an author as well as a licensed psychologist and hypnotist.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a celebrity medium, a clinical hypnotherapist, a holistic healer, and holds a master's in psychology. Fia Johansson is known as the Persian medium, and she's even worked with intelligence agencies and law enforcement to find answers in cases. She also wants all of us to discover our best selves. Fia, good morning.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jack Canfield, your host for Hollywood Live. My next guest, Fia Johansson, is an amazing person. She is speaks 5 languages, which I find very impressive. She's emigrated to several countries, has a psychology degree from the University of Stockholm in Sweden. She is a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist and healer, and God knows probably other things I don't even know about.
Hi, welcome back to Times Square today. I am your host, Greg Roulette, and I am very excited for our next guest because she is known as the Persian medium, the subconscious mind surgeon. She's a motivational speaker, clinical hypnotherapist, and celebrity psychic medium. This is going to be a fascinating conversation with my good friend, Fia Johansson.
For centuries, it's believed that mediums have been able to mediate communication between spirits of the dead and living human beings. People usually recruit mediums to help them get in contact with family members or friends who have passed on. But celebrity psychic Fiona Johansson is also using her abilities to help law enforcement solve cold cases and help exonerate and free innocent inmates. And Fiona is joining us now. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing today? Welcome to Avid Awakening, a beautiful, gorgeous wellness center who will adjust you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, it will help you to manifest your finance, anything and everything you desire for. This place is a very beautiful place which is located in Corona Del Mar. So please book your appointment today.